We gon' tell you how it is and tell you what it ain't. Everybody welcomed in. Leave the BS at the gate. Welcome to the show, yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, yeah. Welcome to the show. It's Jay, Passion Ray. Maybe Dyson, Crit, and Nikki too. D-Bird on the way. He just had to get some pizza, ooh. It's Jay, Passion Ray. Maybe Dyson, Crit, and Nikki too. D-Bird on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, yeah. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Paradise. I'm here with D-Bird and Nioki Joe.
Hello, Paradise.
Hello. I'm just kidding. Hi.
What was that? What was that?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
That's something new.
Are you doing accents tonight, Nikki?
I am. I can. I don't know. It might get offensive in accident because I'm not very good at accents.
We're
Well,
never
yeah, it's
offensive here.
It's just cunt. That's all they say over there.
Bloody cunt.
That's not offensive. That's just normal.
I don't want to be offensive.
To
You know those.
who don't you want to be offensive to?
That is the worst accent.
I am so bad at accents. Actually, I'm really not that bad, but I'm all embarrassed now.
Why are you embarrassed? This is
I don't know. You guys are making me blush.
this is a semi-space safe space.
Semi, allegedly. Allegedly.
Alleg-
safe space.
According to some people, it's a safe space, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that quite yet.
Cunt.
Suck my cunt. That's my new thing. That's my new thing. I love it.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's a fun thing to say.
Can I just say there are some less evolved, beta simps that aren't cool with girls saying "suck my dick." I think it's hilarious.
I think
Who's
it's
not?
funny too, but I'd rather have them suck something that they can actually do. Work for me.
What? Are y'all talking about the same thing, or what's
Yeah.
happening?
I don't know. Probably not.
Nikki, where do you fall on the suck my dick?
I love
Frank.
saying suck my dick. I have it in a song.
Okay.
I have it in a song from Texas.
What's up, Counterfeit Bacon? Sure, we can judge your song. All you have to do is join our Discord and go to the feedback channel. You should see a channel with today's date on it and drop your link in there or upload a track. And as we go through things, we will give it a listen and give you some honest feedback and reaction. The way that we do it here tonight is we have a priority queue. That's for people who have subscribed or tipped or their server boosters on our Discord.
Woo woo.
Looks like MC AWOL has you for a subscription, so he's going to gift you a subscription. So one thing that you will have to do on Discord is make sure that your Twitch account is linked. Once it's linked, you should open up a whole new world like Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and the sea urchin's going to disappear into the background as you get your voice back, and you should see a priority queue, and you can drop your link in there. How's that for an explanation?
That's beautiful.
Bird, why are you laughing at me?
Because I saw what you did. You're like, whole new world, Disney. Oh, fuck. What is that one? Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Little Mermaid.
That's what I do, buddy.
Aladdin and Jasmine. Nah. Little Mermaid.
Nah, Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
What's up, Spirit 208?
What's up, Spirit?
Let's give people a few minutes to file in here.
Hi guys. AWOL,
Nikki,
you need to send me that feature.
Nikki, how was your day today?
I won today at my job. We had an activity. It was an escape room, and I won.
You got out of an escape room? Tell
How
me
many
more.
people were on your team?
It was there was 4 of us.
What was the theme like? Yeah, tell me
It
more.
was Egyptian, so we were stuck in Egypt, and we had to go into the Great Pyramids because we had a curse, and we had to retrieve the talisman to get out alive. But it was so much fun. There was really cool, different, like inventories. We did one last year online, but it was like a get out before the bomb goes off thing. But this one was fun because all the hieroglyphics and stuff and like figuring it out and using different like ciphers to I figured out a lot of stuff, but I take a lot of notes. So I'm like, yep, the lung is north. I'm like, that's the purple color. And they're like, what the heck? But yeah, it was so there was different like postcards. You go in and like find stuff, and then just try to solve there was 6 different like riddles to get out of the tomb.
That's awesome, Nikki.
Yeah. So
what did your work give you for winning?
I don't know. Last year I got a backpack, so I hope it's something cool. But I won yesterday too. I won bingo.
Damn, sign me up for your job. It's like bingo and escape rooms.
Yeah, we have a good time.
Do y'all get any work done? Y'all just play games
Oh, I
all
worked
day?
the whole time.
You work during your escape?
Yeah, I do everything at once.
That is the work. If you don't escape, they leave you in there.
And like they give us time to do activities like this too. Like we sign up at different times so then we can stagger. So it works. But
Wait, you work
during
remote.
bingo,
Was this a remote escape room?
yeah, it was really cool. We should do it. It was so cool. I love escape rooms though. I go to like all of them. I will go to an escape room anywhere.
Oh shit. P Drippy with the sub. Whoop whoop.
That's P Cash, right? Same?
Yes.
Same,
Yes.
same.
P
What up,
dot
Drippy?
Drip.
I've been seeing Mr. Drip on a lot of streams.
I do always win stuff, Mandy.
I've seen Drippy on a couple of other streams hanging out and dropping his awesome tracks. So good to see you here. All right. I think we got enough people in here. Bird, how was your day?
My day was the best day that's ever been dayed, and I'm daying so hard right now. Let's day it up.
Pause. You can't find the channel. Counterfeit Bacon, what is your name on the Discord? We will guide you to the light.
Bacon. It's like a bacon night.
Or Ray, are you out there? Can you help Bacon out? I believe you're probably Rick Owen. If I had to guess based on,
Are you gonna Rickroll us?
I hope not. I love that song actually. I don't mind a good Rick roll.
Dude, it gets me going. I'm like, yeah. All right.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Nikki, you didn't jam that? Oh, you're young. What did you listen to when you were a young whippersnapper?
Classic rock.
Yuck.
Like Foreigner and like REO Speedwagon and Rush and
Oh, never mind. You got okay taste.
yeah, and like
Fire.
I mean it depends on who you're around, I guess. Like my dad's music was a little bit older, but thank you, Mandy. But like my mom's was definitely like she loved Foreigner. So like
Sensing a little bit of favoritism here from Smoking Latte. No compliments for Bird or myself here. Kind of feeling some type of way right now, but I'm gonna let it go for right now as we kick things off. I don't know, feeling some type of way.
I'm like I'm blushing.
In my feelings a little bit.
Shout out One Hum for the follow. That'll make Paradise get out of his fucking feelings and on to hosting the show. So shout out, brother.
All right, so as I said before, we usually do the priority queue first, which is people who have subscribed or boosted our server, or if you tip us enough money, we just say, hey, here's the priority queue. So we got a few things in there. Hold on, let me see how many did the priority do. Oh, we got some more. All right, cool. We have, so just for anybody who's not in the priority queue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 things in the priority queue right now. So if you're looking in the regular queue and wondering, hey, when is my song coming up? Be patient. We got you. We'll kind of keep people abreast of how we go things. I like that word. But 7 tracks on the priority queue, then we'll jump to the regular queue. Up first, this is kind of a special entry from fellow White Collar Rhymes member MCD. Wanted us to listen to this.
Should we do P Drippy since he just subbed? Just fucking skip right to the front.
Is that what you want to do, D-Bird?
That is what I want to do.
All right,
Shout out P Drippy. And he was so complimentary. I'm like, you know what? Compliments get you everywhere, brother. Let's go.
Smoking latte. Smoking latte.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna skip to Drippy because he just subbed, and then let's go ahead and do the what's his name, Bacon. After that, since he just subbed, and I think I see Ray Stans is trying to get him hooked up in there, so we'll go ahead and play P Drippy. We'll get Rick Owen locked and loaded. So first up, this is called P Cash Blade by P Cash.
AJ, what the fuck you think that shit is?
Fire.
Love that movie.
Oh shit. It's that time again. I just wanna have a TRX, the windows plexiglass. And I rip these lyrics out my book, no they can't copy that. Saying that I really sound the same, then I'm gon' switch it back. Up inside this world, you know it's dark, you know I feel like Blade. Try to take me down, you know it's hard, you know I keep her. Never know your enemy. Cut the grass, the snakes are slithering. I know they say they proud of me. Once I turn my back, they watching me. And my grandma looking down on me. You doing what? Okay, I see. You touching me is DIE. It's RIP, get put to sleep. My heart on E, no trust in me. It's hard to see where I came from. These memories, they come with me. Not on my team, they not even. Mic check. What? Say I'm next up, never let them know your next move. Tryna move my family on the island, they left set. Running out of time, I don't give a fuck, we kicking your door. Could talk all you want, cannot bring me down, you lifting me up. Oh shit, it's that time again. I just wanna have a TRX, the windows plexiglass.
Saying that I really sound the same, then I'm gon' switch it back. Up inside this world, you know it's dark, you know I feel like Blade. Try to take me down, you know it's hard, you know I keep her.
All right, that was P Cash with P Cash Blade. Nikki, what did you think of that?
Damn, you sound like Lamb. You really, I say that every single time I listen to you, so I gotta stop saying that. I liked that you were able to stay on beat without a beat. That was pretty cool. I always like these kinds of songs like this because I feel like they're more like art. I do feel like, yeah, right, Lenny, not enough auto-tune my ass. I do feel like there were spots where it was a little bit overtuned. And the at 110 in when he was doing his long, I think is this you both? Because I thought there's 2 people in this, right?
No.
Or was it both him? That was both him.
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking skills. But okay, so and that part when you're singing differently than your normal singing. Rapping, then I think that there's just a little bit overtune on the oohs and such. Maybe turn that down a little bit or add layers instead. Layers might actually sound better because I do like the tuning on your vocals. I think that it sounds good. It fits just like Lamb's does. There's certain tune that fits with certain vocals, and yours it works. But there's certain parts that I feel like will be better almost without it when you aren't using that same style. But I also wanted more drums, but at the same time, I do see this more of like kind of an art statement piece. And the energy was build up, drop, build up. And, and so I kind of looking at it and that perspective as an artist looking at art, I understand the beat and the structure. Overall, it wasn't bad.
I don't. That's where I'm at. Here's where my brain goes. I actually like this a lot. You're well produced. It's a quality piece of art, as Nikki said. However, that being said, the structure of it I just think personally what I was wanting to hear was the intro comes in, you're kind of like building up, and then it kind of keeps on going for like another, let's say, minute and a half before the high part, and then you just get a little bit of that high before dropping off again into kind of the closer. And to be fair, you did say, like, you keep on saying I sound the same, let me switch it up. You did just that. So shout out for that. If I was going to make this a full track versus like a fuck you to us, I would say put the drums and the 808s in earlier. And I want to hear a snare for that because it's fucking really, really good as is. But it would be even better if you actually made this a song with drums to go along with the 808s and a snare, probably an echoey snare. That's what I wanted to hear. Still very good.
Hey, Pcash, yeah, this was cool to me. I mean, you're always fairly consistent, so never need to knock you on how you do things delivery wise and stylistically. I kind of agree a little bit with Bird. I wish the drums came in maybe like 20 seconds sooner than they did. But outside of that, you know, you kind of held your own on the downbeat, just doing your thing. And towards the end, you know, with the gunshots and everything as the outro, maybe I get the gist, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is more of an interlude in between tracks, or, you know, maybe this is an intro to a project that you're working on. But outside of that, you know, I really do like, you know, how you approach this one overall, because you kind of kept it mellow when there were no beat, when there were no drums. When the drums came in, you amped it up, then you toned it back down. So I feel like you did your thing on this. I like it.
I was gonna say, like, when I heard like they say I sound the same, I was like, that's Dice. That's like when he says they, he means Dice.
Sound the same as what? I mean, well, say when I say you sound the same, I don't know. It's kind of hard from our perspective because we get like a track here and a track there, and unless it's like back to back shows, you know, the only thing we can harken back to is the last thing that we heard, right? So when I say you sound the same, I don't necessarily, unless I say like you sound the same and it sucks, I think it's more of a consistency thing. Like you sound this, like I know when you come on, it's Pcash. Like I'm not confusing you for anybody else. So from your perspective, when I say you sound the same, it's a good thing. Like I would rather recognize you than just be like, okay, who is this? I gotta backtrack and remember who the hell you were from like a month ago. So I like it. I don't mind you sounding the same.
Yeah. While you load up the next Bacon, I'll do, oh shit, Ray. Whoa.
Jeez, Ray.
Shout out, Ray. Thank you for your support, brother. You are a true god.
We love you, Ray.
Ray thinks he's gonna stay ahead of MC AWOL, but
Go Ravens.
He's trying to bribe us for our good marks, and it's working. I haven't even heard the song yet, but it's my favorite song I've ever heard in my goddamn life.
I hope it's Let's Go Raymond.
no, I don't. Yeah, Bacon, I haven't seen your track yet. I mean, if you want, I don't know. Bacon, reach out to somebody and let us know where your track's at if you want us to listen to it. Until then, I guess we'll just kind of circle through the priority queue. But I don't see a link from him yet. That fair, Bird?
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
He says it's
All
at the bottom of the channel.
Bottom of the channel. I bet it's in the other one. Hold on. Okay, I got you. It was in the regular queue. All right, this is called Never Ever. This is very eccentric album artwork here. Made it all by yourself. All right, cool. Let's take a listen to Never Ever.
Never ever have I changed change on my fellas. Whatever weather, I'ma make it rain in this fella. Put your chains on, showing that you cool in the fella. It's your theme song if you bet that cash in them fellas. Yeah, they did us wrong, tried to turn their back. Damn my fella, now we going strong, turning up some past in them fellas. Yeah, I'm into fashion, I'm into swag in them fellas. Yes, I'm all about the motherfucking bag and them fellas. Fellas can't stop this shit I started. Fellas can't never ever do it like me. When I hit the hard, I told her I'm retarded. I didn't even know that she was 3. I was in school, but I was retarded. Shawty hanging around with them geeks. I was in school, but I can't do math. Shawty spent 25 something on jeans. Okay, you cool, but yeah, you Forbes. So I didn't live in going for them jeans. Okay, you cool, but yeah, you stupid. Shawty went and crashed the Jeep. She said she like a big spender, so I went and dropped like 3. I said, Shawty, give me like $5. This shit ain't free. If you don't, I'll start wearing suspenders. This came with a fee. I got a 10 and another 10, so it's legal technically. Shawty didn't crash the regular Jeep. It was the Trackhawk one, so you could hear when it came down the street. And into my neighbor's living room. They did us wrong. Never ever have I changed on my fellas. Whatever weather, I'ma make it rain in this fella. Put your chains on, showing that you cool in the fella. It's your theme song if you bet that cash in them fellas. Yeah, they did us wrong, tried to turn their back. Damn my fella, now we going strong, turning up some past in them fellas. Yeah, I'm into fashion, I'm into swag in them fellas. Yes, I'm all about the motherfucking bag and them fellas.
All right, that was Never Ever. Counterfeit Bacon, what is your artist name? Is this what you go by, 69K Shoden, Rick Owen, or Counterfeit Bacon? Which one is your actual stage name? And how long have you been making music, and what kind of feedback do you really want from us on this one?
What are you trying to do with music? Are you serious too? Definitely important to know.
So, I mean, my thoughts on this is, I think without knowing the answer to those questions, first and foremost, maybe I should scroll so I can read the shit first. You're hoping to get bigger. Okay. Without really knowing your background, you can ride the beat and that's cool and all, but I think you need to work on the mechanics of things that would make this better. I'm assuming that you produced the beat as well. The beat, it's lacking original sounds. It sounds very stock, like, whatever program that you use to produce it, that that's the sounds that you utilize. So I would say try to expand the sound library that you have, find some new sounds to work with, swap some stuff out, put some stuff in there. Okay, so a year. Yeah, I don't think you have a problem with riding the beat. I think the things that you should work on is a variety in delivery and better mixes. You kind of get lost in the instruments of this beat, but also the effects that you have on it at times makes it hard for a listener to digest. So I would say, work on variety of sounds in your production and also improving your mixing.
Not a beat.
I'll just say this. To me, and I could be wrong. I'm never wrong, but I could be this one time. I don't think I am.
Could be.
I think you are, let's say, 16 years old with a Logitech microphone sitting in your parents' computer room thinking, wow, it'd be really funny if I made a song that rhymed fellas with fellas, and then I released it like I was serious to a review show to like have them really spin their wheels trying to help me, but like I don't really care because I'm just writing rhymes for fun to troll them. This feels like a troll to me. That being said, if you are serious, the delivery needs to be improved. The rhyming itself didn't seem like you put a lot of effort into that. So maybe don't rhyme the same words. And yeah, instead of, reading a book report to the class, give a persuasive speech. That is my best
Give me
advice.
flowers.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that you are serious, and that you want to get better because you have said that in chat. Obviously, you're new. I understand being new. I am still pretty new. For your delivery, you definitely need to tighten up. There's spots that you were offbeat. I think that it was your lyrical content. I don't think that you are forming your lyrics correctly with the beat. So I would definitely work on that. The structure of the entire song. Definitely tighten up. Your auto tune is so high. I can't tell if you have a good tone. I can't tell your voice. I can't tell anything about you or tell you from somebody else to really give you advice on any cadence or tone or anything that you have, because I can't hear you because you have the tune so high. If you did want to improve, I would suggest maybe redoing this. Try to tighten up. Take off the auto tune so we can actually hear what the foundation that you're working with, so then we can try to help you build from that. However, if you just want to try something else, maybe if you submit something else, take off some of the tune because I couldn't hear it, and maybe pick a beat that isn't blown out. That beat was crunchy as fuck. But I would definitely say to work on mainly your delivery from what I could hear of everything, and definitely variation. I agree with D-Bird when it comes to instead of just reading off the paper, give a persuasive essay. Try to memorize, write something that means something to you, memorize it, close your eyes and deliver it. That's so you can feel it, because nobody can see you if you're just playing through the radio. We have to be able to feel what you're saying, and if we don't feel what you're saying, then we're not going to connect with your music.
Bitches.
I never said bitches.
Nah,
You implied it. It was heavily implied.
it's heavily implied by the long speech that you just gave, Mr. Bacon. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of scrolling through as the others were talking and just kind of looking at what you've released. I'm not sure, to D-Bird's point, how serious you are. But the last rolling piece of advice that I would give you is know your audience, man. Some people are cool with the gimmick raps or the meme raps, as people call them. Other people don't make time for it. So I would say, first and foremost, know your audience and move accordingly.
DeQuavius Bingleton from Brazilville, Taiwan. Yeah, I don't think he's really looking for advice here.
Yeah, Brazilville, Taiwan, province of China.
I'm
Moving
here
on.
to give advice, so
Moving on to somebody else who's also probably not looking for advice, but MCD asked us to listen to this from the Tuesday show. They have dubbed this the worst.
Sorry, I know you're the host. I know, but Ray gave Leonard
Ray.
a skip.
Fucking Leonard. Where's Leonard at?
No, it's probably past his bedtime.
And also, as WCR's photo kids, we want to make sure this young gentleman gets to bed on time, is able to do his schoolwork. Don't want to be all falling asleep in class and shit.
Yes, he needs to go to bed.
When do we care about kids? When did this become a kid-friendly
Oh
environment?
no, that's the public facing. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, you can go fucking die. Does
You're
not
like,
affect my life.
You do not want children.
All right.
You're
Hold on,
terrible dad.
let me see if I can do this the D-Bird way.
Hard time with just a cat.
Mhm.
What?
I said I have a hard time with just a cat.
Yeah.
You know he is.
Bipolar gang, what's up?
All right, let me get this loaded up.
See, the trick is never knowing or never letting anyone know when you're actually sincere or not. Then you can say whatever you fucking want. It's beautiful. Fuck them kids. But as the next song we're going to play is, kind of a warning. Do not fuck them kids, but you can have the attitude of fuck them kids.
That is a very scary warning to give.
Yeah. Well, the Tuesday show previewed the fucking next song already, so spoiler alert.
Oh wait, I thought we were listening to Leonard. Make
We
up your
are.
mind.
We are.
Okay.
I meant
All
next
right,
after this.
gotcha. Let me. Can you hear this? Okay. Does that sound all right?
Yes.
All right. Here's Leonard. 14 now. 14. Damn, Leonard, you're getting old, buddy. Getting up there, man.
Yeah.
Soon you're gonna be drinking beers, and your kids are gonna be running around. You're gonna be telling me dice, man. Time flies. Here's young Leonard, producer. His track is called Riz. Think we got the picture. We're gonna listen to the last minute. All right.
Yeah, I think we got it.
All right. That was Leonard Riz. Bird, what did you think?
Shit. Yeah, I could imagine risen on some, nice young ladies to that. Very smooth. Unlike me, I'm like, oh, would you like a back massage with butter?
With butter is crazy.
Riz, baby. Here's my only issue. I loved the sample. I loved how catchy the whole thing was. The drum patterns could be improved. Specifically, I think the snare needs to be changed. And even the kicks seemed a little I just wanted something a little different. So I think just literally swapping out a kick and maybe a deeper, more echoey snare, maybe even doubling up the snare and putting some effects on it. I think that would really make this track go from like an 8 to a 10.
Nikki, what did you think?
I like this. It was nice. It was chill. I feel like the vocal sample, maybe bring them down in a couple different parts because it would be a little bit hard to sing a rap on. But yeah, I like this. There were some parts that seemed a little bit loud, around 45 to 50 seconds in. So maybe look at that area. I'd actually kind of like to see the wave of this. But yeah. This was nice. You had nice, I think that I heard some nice brass in the background, very faintly, with the vocal sample at the beginning. It mixed very well with the piano. Maybe even bring the brass up a little bit if you did have. I think I heard a trumpet. I couldn't really tell. I was trying to really listen. That's why I looked so intent. I was trying to figure out what instruments you had in there. But this is nice. It did get a little bit repetitive, so maybe a little bit more variation towards the end.
Cool. Yeah, I agree with Smoovrix. This is definitely introspective beat. This is kind of something that I would probably pick and choose for projects that I work on. The one thing that I would say, great overall. Also, props to me. Fucking gunshots for Paradise for bringing Leonard to the fucking White Collar Rhymes community first and foremost. You're all very welcome.
Yeah, that's how props work. You give them to yourself.
Damn right you do, because ain't nobody gonna give them to you. Props to me for bringing Leonard here and the growth that young man has shown. Leonard, the only thing I would nitpick on this beat is the drum sound collapsed, like not even distorted, but they sound like they're just either too high decibel wise, or I don't know, something's wrong with the drums where they're not smooth enough. And then kind of what Nikki said, as you get towards the end of it, maybe add in some sort of synth or some harmony to just kind of, add some buildup as you go further and further. Because, of course, it'll be a little bit different when you have an artist on it, but just plain sitting there listening to it, there's no orchestra going on. It's just like loop, loop, loop. And I know you do your little bit of variety here and there, but, for this one in particular, I'd add something to the end, just another sound that, brings it all together, brings it home. But good to see that you're not doing trap type beats anymore. I'm glad that you've grown up, and I look forward to rapping on this one day. All right, moving on. Any more subs that I should know about before I fuck off to the...
Did we miss anyone else that fucking subbed? Did you sub today? If so, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Well, just wait, because right now it's time for Young Alone. Ill Days, is that what it's called? I don't know.
Looks like it.
All right, we got a request from MCD. I guess they want our feedback on or reaction to this. We're not going to give feedback. We'll just react to this. So here is Young Alone.
Why would I be mad when I'm living luxury? When I fuck my ex's sis, Stephanie, and she has kids, David and Lainey. I'm still not paying no child support for them. I don't even think they know they real dad. Shit was funny as fuck. It's like, you are not the father. On New Year's Eve, when Tara fell asleep, I was fucking Stephanie deep in the sheets. She was moaning so loud, but somehow didn't hear it and didn't wake up. That's your own fault for cheating on me. The wrong one. Hope it was worth that. Sleeping around with Coral, getting a dildo. Probably shoved it in her ass cause she looked like a rat. Javelin, probably sleeping with so many men. She call herself a raccoon cause she stink in her pussy like a skunk. Mom at the Independence, try to act like a punk. Jasper, thought I forgot about it, I never forget. Dylan and Scoop, 3 more days till she turned 18. Gabe, related to Aaliyah, had to move to Cali. Fuck, are they gonna get charged too? Already fucked on. Talking about Chandler, talking about Aaron, talking about Barry. They should get charged for being pedophile, sleeping with Sarah when she was like 13 and they were already 18. Pedophilia. They defended Epstein but tried to lie about me. They know I gave myself to Christ. They living in lies. I was charged for smoking weed under 21, but now I'm 21. They really tried to call me a pedophile. I sleeping for someone 15 when I was 18. That's 3 years apart. Romeo and Juliet law. Plus we didn't have sex till like a month later in our relationship. Plus I was the virgin. She already had 4 bodies. Make that make sense. May have done this at 17, but already fallen off at 20. Youngest flexer becoming the oldest broke down. That must be sad. Fell off after sneak dish. Should've never spoke on my name. You didn't listen. Now I'm on a grave and I'm taking a shit pissing. Joey's still nodding, promoting drugs to the kids. Trying to act like he Christian, but Christ ain't do no leaning. Don't give a fuck about any of her family members. Christ ain't do no fiending. Her uncle touched her when she was like 3, got molested. Blaspheming, she deserve it. Sipping another one semen, as if I didn't wonder what her dead father feel about her cheating. Fucking whore.
I feel like this guy should probably be in jail.
Or therapy.
Probably therapy.
Probably jail.
I'm curious. So
why is he wearing an Oregon's shirt?
Yeah. Ugh. So this guy is shooting a music video, air quote, I say this loosely, with his family, right? He's probably like still in high school or back for Thanksgiving or something. He's shooting a music video with his family all around. What are the odds he showed them the final product?
I don't think he was shooting a music video. I think he just took some home footage of, like you said, I'm home from whatever fucking college or rehab or something. He just took some footage that he had and he put music over it.
Well, but the thing that makes me think that they did this on purpose was you saw that other awkward kid, maybe his brother or friend, came over and put his arm around and was like, oh, and did like rap, like he's rapping arms. He did the white people these rapping arms.
I don't think that he was rapping to the song though. I think it's just like, hey, look who's home for Thanksgiving. Oh, hey, it's me. I'll put my arm around you. I'm gonna mute it because I don't want to hear this shit, but I'll.
Yeah, they're dancing.
I'm sure this. What I feel like.
Arms.
So I feel like, okay, you got a family gathering. I'm feeling like there's music playing somewhere else in the house that you're dancing to, and it's not this song.
It's definitely not this song, but I think he knew in his head as he was shooting this that it would be used for this product.
He obviously knows he's got Young Alone hoodie, Young Alone chain. He obviously knows he's some sort of gimmick rapper. I think they're just oblivious and they're like, that's my stupid nephew. He does whatever. Let's listen to.
I don't know what he does on the internet, but he seems to be getting a following.
Here's my reaction to this. This is an output of our generation, and this is what happens when the threshold to making music becomes very low and parents give their kids access to things that they probably, I wouldn't say don't need access to, but have no business like engaging in, because all they're doing is making a mockery of what other people would give blood, sweat, and tears to do for a living. And this is the kind of shit that people feed off of and they hype up with all the views and attention, but it's really just kind of destroying the culture as it is.
Hard agree. This kind of seems like the natural progression of what the guy from the second song is going to be trying to do. I would just say my reaction to this is, boy, I sure wouldn't want to be on video saying the things you said. You're going to be real upset at this in probably 3 years or less.
He's definitely a trust fund baby. Nikki, anything from you? No? Yeah, maybe. No.
I already said what I said.
All right, moving on. All right, next up. Oh shit. Prepare ourselves here. We got
It should be taken off the internet.
superstars of the Discord, Raymond Stans and A-Wall. I believe they are now known as Ray Wall.
That's so perfect.
Is the duo's name. For those of you who are unaware, they are nerds, self-proclaimed, and they own it. They say that this track isn't super nerdy, but I guess we'll see. The title
will be the judge of that, nerds.
Yeah. The title hasn't been official. Okay, so Ray Wall's not official. Okay. If you guys got any interesting duo names as you listen to this, please feel free to throw it in the chat. Let Ray know. A-Wall, I'm sure he'll watch this back and lead it too. I haven't mixed this yet, but this is soon to hit my inbox, much to my demise. So let's give it a listen and give them some feedback.
You know when you're so overworked that you can't even add single numbers together and you just fuck it.
I wake in the morning, the sun isn't up. My brain isn't waiting, your son listen up. Time waits for no man, we got shit to do. Work without ending till the day is through. Reaper and Piper be seeking their due. They're speaking your interest, I'm speaking to you. You saying it's bullshit, I'm seeing it too. Don't know what else to do but see it through. For path I'm pursuing, the gifts I'm receiving. But gods keep on laughing cause that shit deceiving. For every cent earned it's too late to thieving. Watching the hourglass that got me grieving. Sending a message and hope you still care. Looking for 3 dots like are you still there? My father, my brother, my wife, or my son. One that I think of while under the gun. Caught up in the matrix, so much left to break, fix and work in the nighttime. My mind starts to play tricks. Enough with the screen time, me, you and me. Time soon as this built done, I'm making a beat. It might be a while before I compile. Flow stay like a river, might call it denial. Might call it a flaw, but in my defense, my work or my family, focus intense.
Stuck with my head in the metaverse. Not sure how it can get any worse. 24/7, it feels like I'm cursed, but I gotta make bread cause my family comes first. And in my spare time, still trying to make lettuce. Every single Sunday, playing meat and Tetris. Losing my mind like accounts that are headless. Want a day off, but the bosses won't let us. With all the vacation accrued, I could take a year I'll still exceed my reviews. Try to help my team, but come off as rude, cause I need some time off to reboot my mood. Working non-stop from New Year to New Year. 6 p.m. meetings, just wanna drink a few beers. Already have it all, only have 2 fears. Not saying the words my son and wife need to hear. Say 'em out loud so they don't go unspoken. Sitting here, I'm broken, crying, but I'm hoping. Struggles as I'm coping, they just need to know when I've woken. I love you is the first phrase spoken.
Caught up in the matrix, so much left to break, fix and work in the nighttime. My mind starts to play tricks. Enough with the screen, tiny you and me. Time soon as this built done, I'm making a beat. It might be a while before I compile. Flow stay like a river, might call it denial, might call it a flaw, but in my defense, my work on my family, focus intense.
Gunshots. Nikki, what did you think of Ray Wall?
The boys. I want to hear this mix. Because a lot of my feedback is the mix. A lot of my issues with it. But I liked, so Ray, I know that we always say that, hey, change up your cadence and your tone and such. I feel like it did have the natural Ray vibe at the beginning. About 55 in or so, when you started hitting the hook, I was like, oh, he changed. It's different. So I really liked the sway that you had with the hook, as opposed to your verse. I'm glad that you didn't just, continuously go through it, because you did kind of take a break. And I think that we've talked about that before, is like, taking a pause. But I like your nice soft tone on this too. It wasn't as aggressive, which I enjoyed. AWOL, I don't think I've ever actually reviewed you before, to be honest. I think that there's certain things that need to be tightened up. It's hard with me with the mix, because your volumes were like all over the place too. Like, it definitely needs like an EQ, like straight up across the fucking board for sure, which is where dice comes in. Yeah, it was hard to discern some of your rapping. I feel like if anything for you, I think that you're still a newer rapper as well. You need to keep tightening up. Get to know your lyrical content a little bit better, so then you're not just reading. Definitely tighten that up. That will help that too, as well as give more emotion. But you did have some cadence changes throughout yours too, which I was like, okay, so he does have some variety. But definitely tightening up and getting to know your content, really memorizing your lyrics, and just continuously doing them over and over and over will help with all of that. To be honest, and like I got to hear the final mix too, to discern if you need more layers or anything like that. So,
What about you? What did you think?
Oh, me? My turn?
Yeah.
Shit. Well, based on the amount of money that Ray has donated to the server, this is my new favorite song. I thought this was fire all around, and I'll hear nothing else. Now, with that being said, there may be some areas of improvement if that's what you're looking for. If your bribery was intended for me to give some constructive feedback, yeah, I got some of that. Ray, your cadence doesn't switch. You need to figure out how to, I think, okay. Here's kind of where I'm at. You have this kind of chill beat, and I think learning how to kind of match the energy of the beat will be one of your next steps, right? Because you have this kind of chill beat, and it doesn't even matter what beat it's on. I know you rap na 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 na, and you kind of have this cadence that you have to use every time, and just kind of knowing that it's going to be okay if you take some pauses, take some, alternate routes to get to the same place. I think just working on the flow switch ups, and like with that, the delivery, delivering the words more naturally. I think both of those will go hand in hand. AWOL, kind of the same thing, but in a different way, right? Like Ray was hitting the snares every time, just use the same cadence. You actually did struggle with the flow, like, 4 bars in. And one of the things I think for you need to work on is just sounding more natural, right? And I know it's tough. It's easy to say, harder to actually execute. But a great example of this is you said the metaverse. I guarantee you, if you're having a conversation with me in person, you're not going to say, hey, can you pass me the remote or like the coffee shop? It's this old English weirdo shit that would only come out on paper. And then as you're reciting it back, that's one thing I would say is just do it like you would normally say shit and then do it with emphasis and emotion as you're delivering it. The volumes were all over the place, but that'll get fixed in mixing.
Yeah. Here is where I'm at with this track. I like the beat. I like the beat choice. It's not too obscure. It's not too out of the realm of listenability. I think Ray, this is probably the most, or one of the most. I think there was one other track where you kind of just felt in your pocket and in your groove. But to what Bird said, like it's almost, you know, routine that you find a rhythm on whatever beat that you're rapping on, and you kind of stick with that rhythm, and you don't ever like readjust anytime in the middle of a verse, I should say. It was good that the hook sounded distinctly different from your verse, so I'll give you props for that. You did change that part up, but verse wise, it's still like find that pocket, stick with it. Find that pocket, stick with it. So not that you have to necessarily change this one up, because I think you were hitting things pretty smoothly on this one, where it wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna really ream into you on this one. You gotta fucking switch it up. I think this verse was pretty solid for what you did here, and I don't mind it at all. But you know, just word of advice going forward, you know, change up is okay every now and then, especially maybe 2 lines into the track. Maybe, you know, throw us a little curveball. As far as AWOL, I have questions, and I wish he was still able to be in the chat so he could give me some live answers. But I'm always questioning is if he's like reading his verse while sitting down. He just sounds uncomfortable in the delivery. And, you know I've said this before, like you're used to giving speeches and talking at work and whatnot, but I feel like you need to find some sort of relaxed state where you can deliver your verse and it sound a little bit more natural, because you sound very like hesitant to say things loudly. You sound very held back and with restrained, I should say. And something's got to give, man. You either got to like relax and loosen up, or you got to like write it differently, because you need one or the other, and neither one of them are happening for you right now. This verse especially sounds way more restrained than anything that I've heard from you. So you need to loosen up, re-record it, and like really relax your vocals, and take some of what Bird said, like relax your speech, like treat it like you were having just a conversation with a buddy. I said this to you last show, like if somebody's sitting on the couch next to you, treat it like you're having a conversation with them, like you're, hey, check out this verse, and just spitting it to them. But you know, you got to do it comfortable, and you know that comes with time, but you got to find that pocket where you're like, okay, I'm about to do my fucking thing and nobody's going to tell me I'm garbage at it. You got to find that pocket. Like right now you're at that pocket where, okay, people are going to hear my raps, but I'm not so 100% sure if this is what I want to say. And you sound very hesitant. So that's my word of advice is like, be comfortable, find your groove, whether it's rewriting this or just re-delivering it. You got to find that.
One thing that might help, because we say the same thing every time, right? You got to say it more comfortable. You got to be more natural. One thing that they do in improv is say the same word with different emotions, right? So if you did that verse, but you were angry, how would that sound versus you did that same verse sad versus you did this song sleepy or confident, right?
Or horny.
Or fucking rocked up from the socks up, baby, right? So just think about that. It could be a good exercise for you of like, why don't I just try out different ways to say shit and then see what happens?
Yeah, and kind of feeding into that, one thing that we haven't really had any new artists coming in here in a while, but one thing that I always tell new artists who really show that they want to improve is find your favorite artist, find your favorite song that you can repeat back, try recording their song, find an instrumental, try recording that song exactly as you hear it, and you'll be able to really detail like, damn, I'm not expressing this word enough. I'm under delivering on this part. Like if you can't rap your favorite song word for word and have it sound, not just going to sound 100% the same, but like deliver with the same emotions, then you got homework to do. Figure out how you can do those things, because obviously you memorized it for a reason. You sing along to it, right, in the car, but you don't ever turn the favorite artist off and listen to yourself. So that's one piece of homework that you could probably do. I know AWOL loves Tupac. Like, find your favorite Tupac song and recreate it. See how close you can actually get to Tupac's emotion and his delivery.
And one last piece of advice that I forgot, Ray, just specifically for you. The hook should be the most simple part of any song. It's got to be catchy. It's got to be simple. And I know that you're approaching the verses and the hooks the exact same. Don't do that. Literally, the hook, cut down the syllables, divide them by 2. I think that'll end up benefiting you in the long run. Something I had to learn the hard way.
Sodium chloride, hydrochloride. So many syllables in there.
What's wrong with NaCl, baby?
There's no place in the hook at all. Sorry. All right. Shout out to Ray and AWOL. Moving right along to the next person we're going to rip to shreds. None other than D Bird himself.
Really quick.
No.
Blueprints? No.
Oh, that's right. Blueprints tip.
Yeah, keeping you honest here.
We'll come back to you.
Feel free to stick around and rip me if you like.
All right. Blueprints tipped us 5 buckaroos, so we're going to skip ahead. Shout out to Blueprints. Smooth voice. Love what that guy does. This one is called Lady Master.
Lady Master. Okay, girl.
Every single time I fall down, I know that you're with me. Save me from myself. I just want love. Feel the rhythm of the beat, take you for a while. Come on, baby, you're my lady. Please don't take me astray. Please teach me all your ways. I need my soul saved. Looking at you in your eyes, tell me, baby, if you want me, I want you in my life. Feel the rhythm of the beat, take you for a while. Come on, baby, you're my lady. Please don't take me astray. You're mine, and I'm yours.
All right, that was Lady Master by Blueprints. Nikki, do you feel mastered?
So mastered. I feel baited. I really enjoyed that, but I knew what to expect when I saw you in here and saw you tipping. I'm like, about to get some ear orgasms. And I totally did. That was fucking beautiful. I loved it. I was like trying to think of different things that, might improve it, but I really, really like it. Because I was like, maybe adding some layers, but you have like the perfect amount of layers like in your hook. So it would almost be like too much. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. You had the perfect tone. Obviously, I love your vocals. I've complimented your vocals so many times. The beat was eclectic. It was perfect. It was fun. It was, I don't know, this is a fucking vibe. I loved it. This is definitely I really can't think of anything to improve on it.
Bird, what did you think about Blueprints?
Man, this gets the first honorary double dab of the night. Holy fuck, that was fun. I loved it. I think the bass guitar, dum 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 dum, that was cool. Kept it going throughout the whole thing. The vibe was right. This is the shit you put on right as you lighten up some candles and tossing them through the neighbor's window to light their house on fire. Very sexy.
Whoa.
And allegedly. And yeah, I would just say great vocals. The one part that I found myself kind of paying attention to was it did seem like on the main vocal layer, there was times where it was kind of laying on top of the beat, where I was just kind of really focused in on the vocals themselves. And it almost sounded like I could tell when his track ended and then the next like layer came in. So just like with the mix itself, that was kind of something I noticed, as well as, you know, instead of being inside of the beat on at times when it was just the main vocal, it felt like it was laying on top of it. So other than that, I love this song.
Word. This was awesome. When in the very beginning, when it had that change up in pace, like it kind of threw me for a loop for a second, because it was almost like I was listening to music, and then you know how like you have your Bluetooth headphones on and then your phone rings, so the music kind of cuts out for a second and then you hear the ringer. Like I thought that shit was literally going on, and I'm like, hold on, I'm in a fucking review show. And then you like came back in and singing. I'm like, oh, that was kind of dope. And I like the little pan left right that you did there. That was amazing. I would echo what Bird said as far as it felt like the vocals were sitting on top at times. And the only thing that I would really say is maybe drop down the mid high frequencies a little bit. That way it kind of blends into the instrumentation. Because especially at the beginning, it did feel a little bit like you were like straight up in my ear rather than kind of like blending in with the song. But I mean, overall, you always have a dope way of composing a track and making the arrangements well thought out, like even from that beginning switch up to the different changes that you did in between the chorus and the melody. So awesome composition here. Only really nitpicking on the mix as far as like reducing some of those layers to blend it in a little bit, but always dope stuff from you, Blueprints.
Shout the fuck out.
Gunshot. Hold on, let me give some gunshots. And some flowers.
Give me flowers.
Word.
All right. What do we have next up? Let me mark this one as fire. Hold on. So I'll remember that this is fucking fire. Oh yeah. One thing I need to announce that we're going to be working on is we're going to start put together a playlist of our favorite songs. And we're going to come up with a community playlist. So if you have some dope shit out there that you want featured on our playlist, and we'll go out and we'll push your shit in the middle of our shit, and you think that you're fire, drop it in the feedback queue. And if we like it, I'll put the little fire emblem down here, and that'll let me know when I go back through it and I make this playlist like, yo, that was fire. We need that on our playlist. So FYI.
I also decided each stream I'm going to give the D-Bird favorite song of the night. So yeah,
how's that
in that prestigious honor?
How's that different from the double dab? Which is more higher on the rankings, the double dab or the D-Bird favorite?
There could be a couple double dabs per night. You know, it depends on how competitive of a night it is. You know, so we'll see what sort of motions these hands get for the favorites.
All right, old man.
Those motions of those hands.
Just try not to throw out your shoulder or something over there, dabbing away. All right. Next up, we got to jump back over to the priority queue. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more in the priority queue. Then we'll go back to the regular queue. So if you're hanging out in the regular queue and you got something, we're coming, we're getting there, we're working our way through. Next up is none other than the double dabber himself, the double dipper, D-Bird. This one is called Worlds Apart. D-Bird, is there any prerequisite information that we need to know about this?
It's old, but I want to know what you think. Does it go on
Bam.
an album or not?
Is this pre-COVID?
No. This is about a year old, but I want to know, does this get a spot on the album?
All right, y'all out there. So if you're listening to this,
Well,
we
if
want
it's
you
not
to
about me, then no.
we want you to say thumbs up if it's album worthy, thumbs down or trash cans if we need to haze him for about 5 minutes straight after this goes off.
I couldn't hate Bieber for 5 minutes.
Oh, I can.
Oh, you could.
Let me get some lemonade in, so I'll be my vocal cords will be ready.
If men are from Mars, women are from Jupiter, that don't make sense at all. Because if you found me in zero gravity, then we were never meant to fall. When the stars shooting by, can see it in your eyes, even though the camera lens is small. But picture me and you on a rocket to the moon, girl, none of us have been this far. Yo, what's really real? Is it what we feel, or is it a bunch of blindly firing synapses? I happen to think of it being defined by absence. If there were no Minotaur, then you wouldn't have a labyrinth. So elaborate, the games we used to play. Talk about back in the day, we're hiding, seeking to change. It's a flame, strike a match, hope the past contained. And whether it's met with gas or rain, really can't complain. Hey, I think about what we could have been, and where we currently are. Had some doubts, but I would admit, maybe I just made it about preserving these scars. Cause I wanted to be a martyr, but found it harder than I thought it'd be. Honestly, it felt like I won the lottery while I was lost at sea. Own our own mythology, hit a homer on my odyssey. This is probably not a love story, more like an apology. If men are from Mars, women are from Jupiter, that don't make sense at all. Because if you found me in zero gravity, then we were never meant to fall. When the stars shooting by, can see it in your eyes, even though the camera lens is small. But picture me and you on a rocket to the moon, girl, none of us have been this far. I put the comfort in her comforter, something about the love in her got me feeling like I'm the shit. Cause I'm sick of that part-time loving. You're the one I don't wanna quit. Yeah, been a little bit since we hit the town, getting down. How many shows we binging now? Yellowstone and Spartacus, consciousness flowing in and out. Fall asleep deep in the couch. A part of me needs 1,000 hours a week. My life's complete, we don't leave the house. Huh, weird flex, yeah I know, but this muscle memory has gotten foggier over time. Thought her the perfect picture if I caught her smiling candidly, but now I can understand that the obvious photo's fine. What is time? Don't let it chase you every minute you waste. Few things can fill in this place. Grew fond of garden, the galaxy tree of life starts to take root. I am Groot, she is the oxygen in my spacesuit. If men are from Mars, women are from Jupiter, that don't make sense at all. Because if you found me in zero gravity, then we were never meant to fall. When the stars shooting by, can see it in your eyes, even though the camera lens is small. But picture me and you on a rocket to the moon, girl, none of us have been this far. If men are from Mars, women are from Jupiter, that don't make sense at all. Because if you found me in zero gravity, then we were never meant to fall. When the stars shooting by, can see it in your eyes, even though the camera lens is small. But picture me and you on a rocket to the moon, girl, none of us have been this far. Men are from Mars, women are from Jupiter. That don't make sense at all. Men are from Mars, women are from Jupiter. Might be a star, but baby, you're the universe.
All right, that was D Bird with his track Worlds Apart from a year ago. Nikki, what did you think? How far apart are you and D Bird right now?
I wish we weren't so far apart. But I liked your change up in your flows with your timing throughout the song. It really, when you change it, it kind of adds more impact to make me start listening more. I love all your lyrics, of course. You're a lyrical genius. I liked all of them, from your comfort in the comforter to I am Groot. So and your labyrinth lines and stuff. I'm like, you have, you're just an intricate writer. There, you give people something to think about, and that's what I like about your songs. I think that personally, this should go on your album. I liked it a lot. I love space songs, but I liked all of this. I didn't think that there was really much. Oh, it seemed like your brights were a little bit high. Like your highs were a little high. Maybe have, I don't know if Zone did this, turn them down just a little bit. But yeah, I like this.
Very well, Mrs. Potter. What did I think about this? I like this bird. I think the melody on the hook is super catchy. I think that's probably the highlight of this track, is that people could listen to this and start singing along with it, or at least humming along with the hook. So I thought the hook was catchy in that respect. I felt like after listening to it in full, the first verse felt a little bit wordy, but not enough for me to just say redo any parts of it. Just kind of, I'm nitpicking now, right? No, you got me. I'm nitpicking. A lot on the verbiage side, but not too excessive where I was like, I'm going to turn this shit off. The only real thing that I had issue with on this whole track is I don't like the mix. I feel like you sound too processed throughout the whole thing. And I feel like that could be dialed back and bring out your natural, that grittiness in your voice. Because I think that this type of track, it evokes emotion. So it should sound a little bit more natural and a lot less processed. And then the only other thing that I would add to it is on the hook, have some extra runs on those closing statements to kind of like fill it out. You know, when people, it kind of, I don't know whether it's like subconsciously, but it makes people want to fucking sing along because they feel like I can sing along to this and I'm not going to hear myself and I get washed out in whatever the artist is saying. So I would add a little bit more vocal runs in the hook just to kind of fill it out and kind of encourage people to do that sing along and that hum along. But that was really the biggest thing that I found flaw with, is just I wasn't a fan of the mix. I felt like it was too processed.
I'll let Zone know.
But I would say thumbs up, add it to the album.
All right. Appreciate the listen.
All right. Kind of sad I didn't get to roast you, but it happens. Maybe
Still
next
can.
I really like this hook.
Put a fire next to it.
I just wouldn't have found this on your SoundCloud.
Put a fire on it.
Oh no, I pretty much hide everything.
Oh, yeah.
I have more songs hidden on my SoundCloud than most people have released.
I have a whole album I scrapped and it's just sitting on my hard drive. I need to do something with those songs. All right. Next up is King Zig. Looks like this is from his recent project, Short Stories. I remember him crafting the cover art in the lounge with 8 other people. Community effort there. That's what we do here. We're a community. We help you do menial shit, like tell you your artwork sucks, put a different font on it. I guess that helps. Zig, let us know if it doesn't help, and we'll ban some people. All right, this is called Shout Out Song. See what we got here.
Ayy, yeah, ayy. This one go out to, wait, matter of fact, that's what this whole song about. Shout out mom, shout out God, shout out to dad, shout out to y'all, shout out to people that came here to bar, shout out to homies that answer my calls. Ayy, I'm sending a shout out, I'm making y'all proud now. I heard all the raps that they spitting, it sound like an outhouse. Ayy, all of my people be giving me big motivation, they gonna know what I'm saying. I gotta thank them, most of them don't want my money, but sometimes I just wanna pay them. Shout out my main fam, I wanna take them all out to vacation, out to Hawaii, and we gon' be famous before we even get back to the mainland. Most of these rappers be spitting these nursery rhymes, but you can not hurt me, I'm fine. You know I've been working with fire, stitching this industry up like it's surgery time. They say they ain't heard of me, why? Sound like you stubborn, and that be most certainly pride. To getting away with the fakeness and being so lazy, but I've been the earliest. Shout out mom, shout out God, shout out the dad, shout out to y'all, shout out the people that came here to bar, shout out the homies that answer my calls. Ayy, I'm sending a shout out. I'm making y'all proud now. I heard all the rats that they spitting. It sound like an outhouse. No, I'm not finished. Flows that getting so cold. You may be thinking they finished. Wait, just travel to Europe to get it. I ain't scared to risk it. Homies be toting them biscuits. They hella hot, but no, they don't go in the oven. I'm spitting the rest that they loving. Shout out my aunts and my uncles. Shout out my grandparents and shout out my cousins. Shout out my sister and brother. Shout out my homies. Just wait till I get out of trouble. We gonna make money double. You know I'm ready to rumble. You know it's hard to stay humble. Y'all been taught me everything that I know. Shout out my people that's gone. This is for them, the ones who said that we finna blow. Shout out mom, shout out God, shout out to dad, shout out to y'all, shout out the people that came here to bar, shout out the homies that answer my calls. Ayy, I'm sending a shout out. I'm making y'all proud now. I heard all the rats that they spitting. It sound like an outhouse.
Okay.
What'd you think of that one, Dice?
I'm not mad at it. Zig, I thought this was a cool overall track. I like that the hook is simple, to the point. It's easily, it has a phrase in it people can harken back to. Shout out so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. So not too complicated there. Verses are solid. They don't sound... The only thing I would say is the verses kind of blend right into the hook, so they don't really sound too distinctly different. But overall, it's a cool little short song. I'm sitting here thinking towards like the last half of it is I want to mix a King Zig song to see if I can like pinpoint and really show you how, you can make these things stand out and be different. So I'm willing to throw that out there. Whatever next track that you have, send me the vocals in the track and I'll mix it and kind of like pinpoint like how you can make the hook be the hook, the verse be the verse, and so forth. But I like this one. I like the variety that you did on the verses and the hook. So this is cool for me.
Yeah, I agree. I was definitely feeling this. I was immediately vibing to it the way that you were riding this beat. I think the one kind of thing that I was wanting from this was, and it kind of goes back to what Dice was saying about the having some difference between the verse and the chorus. I think that what was missing of the chorus was hard drums. I think if you had a drum layer in there to really like really hit it hard, I think that would really set the chorus apart, as well as make it hit that much harder. And anyone that's shouting out their fucking grandparents, shout out to you for shouting out those old pre-ghosts.
Shout out old people.
Shout out old people.
Sorry,
Nikki.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this. It's your classic Zig delivery and tone, which it's like the classic rap voice, and I think that we've said that multiple times. Like, you have a very, very good rap voice, delivery, your tone, everything's really good. Your energy with this song and the beat, it matched with your bam, 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 bam energy. I thought that this was overall, it was like a hype track for me. I didn't mind this at all. I didn't really see any big issues with it. It was definitely like a hype track. But yeah, not bad at all. I liked the energy of it.
Cool. Yeah, Zig. I mean, even if you don't have access to the producer to get those switch ups and whatnot, like you can, if you know the tempo of the beat, you can chop that thing up and make it whatever you want it to be. I mean, it's not going to be, complete rearrangement of the instruments and whatnot, but you can still duplicate some parts, drop out a part here and there. So, that's why I said, let me engineer your next one and see what we can craft together to really enhance the sound. Cause I've been in that same position where it's like, man, I wish I had more access to this beat, and then I just end up like splicing it up a little bit with what I do have. And you'd be amazed what rearranging different sections of the beat can really do to enhance your track. So like when D-Bird is saying like, I wish the drums hit harder on the hook, like maybe you take the part where there are no drums and you put that as the last bar for where your verse ends. That way when the hook does kick in, those drums are there and you don't have to add any drums. The drums are already there, but you made it seem like before that buildup happened, there were no drums. So like you can do little trickery like that if all you have is just the true 2-track of the beat and you don't have access to the producer. There's things that you can do to kind of like play around with it and make it really stand out a little bit more. So let's figure something out. All right. Next up is Gnocchi Joe.
Wait for D-Bird to come back because I can give feedback to myself.
Sure you can.
Oh shit.
I'm here.
He's there. See, I told you. Boom shakalaka,
baby.
Dabbing outside.
Dab.
Nikki, anything we need to know about this? What's going on?
Your deck, D-Bird.
What's up?
Did you ever fix your deck?
Not yet. Work in progress.
I'm sorry.
That means next year. All right, Nikki, anything we need to know about this track here, Chasing Shadows?
It's a song that I wrote pre-divorce, heading there, and I redid it in a neo soul type. It's going to be a song on my EP, and this is the first mix of my redo. I accidentally deleted my whole session once I had it done. And so this sounds a little bit different than the last reference you heard, but this is actually Jacob's first mix of it. I do have to add ad-libs to it still because the ones that I redid didn't sound quite right. So I still got to do that. So open to feedback on any and all aspects of it because this is the first mix. So there's probably going to be more.
All right, here's Chasing Shadows by Nikki.
You come back on camera, you fuck.
A never-ending loop, tape on repeat, stuck in slow motion but still incomplete. Unsteady on my feet, ready to retreat. I'm losing me as time flees. Yeah, it's like we're chasing shadows in the dark. Trying to heal our broken hearts, and we just keep falling apart. Never really know where to start. We're chasing shadows, 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 chasing shadows in the dark. We're chasing shadows. I've been walking the line, tired of doing fine. Unsteady on my feet, ready to retreat. I'm losing me. Time flees, days pass like hours, and hours like days. Closer feels farther as I slip away. Reaching in deeper, the shallow sinks in. Hoping for something and nothing begins. Living together in two separate planes. Parallel timelines in our own domains. Everything's changing at a rapid pace. I look over and see your stagnant space. It's like we're chasing shadows in the dark, trying to heal these broken hearts. Never really know where to start. We just keep falling apart. We're chasing, chasing, chasing shadows, shadows, shadows in the dark. I choose me.
All right, that was Chasing Shadows by Nicki. My thoughts on this one as D Bird walks back into his dab layer are, I think this sounds cool how it's been laid out. I would say either the vocals could be turned slightly down or the beat turned slightly up. Sounded a little bit loud, but overall, I think it's a good start for where it's at. And I don't really know what I should nitpick on at this point. I think it would depend on what you as an artist feel like, you know, is this where you want it to be, or do you want different things done to it? But I think, you know, it's better than a lot of first drafts that some people have. So, you know, at this point, it would be just you nitpicking creatively where you want to go with it.
Yeah, I agree with Passive in the chat. You know, I think my first reaction to hearing that beat was like, damn, I want to get on this. But I think that, like, especially for a song so personal, that it makes sense, you know, that you just own this one. And honestly, like, it works. It makes sense for what you did here. I think that this version was super smooth. Your vocals sound amazing. The only thing that I would kind of wonder about, right, as far as you know, other ways to do this, is kind of the Ray Stans feedback I had for the hook. It's very jazzy, very kind of all over the place, and it's kind of like complex, right? And that's a choice. You know, if artistically you're like, I love this, this is what I want, great. You know, project done. What could also be another Doctor Strange universe is, you know, trying to simplify it down a little bit. So instead of shadows in the dark, you know, it's like shadows in the dark. You know, I can't fucking do it. But you see what I'm saying is like making it kind of sing-alongable. Something to think about.
Thank you guys. Definitely noted. I'll have to try some different things. See, because I have to go in and add ad libs too. So
the more complex you make any hook, rapping or singing, the less people are going to be able to not connect with it, but sing along with it, right?
Yeah, when I hear a lot of words, in a hook, if I don't turn it off, then it's really just for every now and then listening. Like, I want to sing along to the hook because it makes me feel connected to the song. If I can't sing along with the hook, then you lost me as a listener, basically.
I think this is a very relatable song too, right? Like, this is chasing shadows in the dark. I fucking love that visual. So,
like when Nelly said, I'm going down, down, baby, your street in the Range Rover. I wanted to buy a Range Rover and shoot up a block immediately.
You did tell me that. I remember. I had to talk you down.
Yeah, I mean, I was amped up. I'm like, shit, give me some Cocoa Puffs. Listen to me now.
This is the one time background checks actually worked. He's like, oh, damn, I have to wait for like 6 months before I get this license.
Right, you know, Range Rover out. Street sweeping, still done. I just walked around.
Literally sweeping the streets. Just fucking
literally
broom in hand.
Got my broom out, and then I became that weird guy who's sweeping everybody's sidewalk for no reason.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. Yeah. They do need to make a new version with you on it.
They do. They should. I would crush it. they need me. All right. Next up is I Spirit, not to be confused with, or maybe Spirit Airlines. I don't know. Spirit, you tell us. This one is, be careful with the volume. What did you do to the volume, bro?
Oh, wait. Is this the same guy that was like, this is the genre I make is just loud? Somebody tried to argue that loud is a genre. I'm like, it's fucking not. But we'll see how it goes.
All right. This is called. Yep. Okay.
All right.
We'll just let it
Fair.
play. Back in the wheel. It's making me nervous.
I'm not adjusting my volume. Yeah, but
Saying what's in my head, filling my mind with these images, and it's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, it ain't right, right, it ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, it ain't right, right, it ain't right. Oh no, you're calling my phone, I'm being patient, but I'm all alone, staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around. You're calling my phone, I'm being patient, but I'm all alone, staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around. You've got me all in my feelings, like I could die without you next to me. It's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, it ain't right, ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, it ain't right, right, it ain't right. Oh no, you're calling my phone, I'm being patient, but I'm all alone, staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around. Calling my phone, I'm being patient, but I'm all alone, staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around.
Holy shit, man. 5 minutes?
getting his money's worth. $1 per minute.
Calling my phone, I'm being patient, but I'm all alone, staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around. You're calling my phone, I'm being patient, but I'm all alone, staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around.
right, that was 5 minutes and 24 seconds of I Spirit back in the wheel. A little bit of a roller coaster there. D Bird, saw
Yes,
you
sir.
nodding your little bird head around. What did you
I
think
was-
about this one?
Yeah, I was bobbing my beak a little bit. Yeah, so
Your beak.
here's the deal. I liked this a lot. I don't know what the fuck it is about EDM producers. Maybe it's because they have like all these layers and they have all these buildups that they're like, I need to make a 10-minute song. Like, I need them to hear every fucking section, each building upon itself, and I need like 20 different sections. So, yeah, the only issues I ever had with this was the song structure, right? So, 5 minutes and 24 seconds. Who has the time, right? In the infamous words of Tony Soprano's mom. I think that this song could have started at around 58 seconds, right? The long buildup. I love the sample. I love the kicks that you used. I loved the drops. The 2 fake drops before. Fuck that. Fuck it to hell. I hated it. You did it twice to me before the actual drop where you're like, no, 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 no. Nope, just kidding. No, just kidding. So start at 58, just fucking, quit teasing me, you fuck. And then right after the hard part where it kind of drops down again, I'd say the first 4 bars of that, get rid of that just time-wise, because then it goes right back into the sample. You can still have that build-up, still have that crazy part at the end, and then like just shorten it a little bit, right? This track should be 4 minutes max. That's where I'm at.
Nikki, what did you think of Back in the Wheel?
I agree with a lot of what D-Bird said. With the structure, it was like premature ejaculation. It's literally how I felt in that. I was like, oh wait, what? So definitely maybe speed that drop up a little bit. Don't tease us so much because I don't like to be teased. It's just gonna piss me off. And I agree also with the going right back into the sample at that one spot too. That was something else that I noticed kind of threw me off from my jamming. That's kind of how I gauge EDM tracks, is how my body moves to it. And if it's not moving quite synchronous with the beat, then something is a little bit off. And those are the 2 spots that I noticed mostly with that. But other than that, like, I mean, I turned down my speakers preemptively and ended up turning them back up a lot. It was like, this is definitely a song that I could rage to.
Cool.
Like that.
So, Spirit, I am not an EDM person, so take this feedback for whatever it is, what you will with it as just a casual listener. But I'm not a big fan of the collapsed, distorted drums. So just that kind of was a negative for me, like up until you actually had the buildups to kind of like distract me from the fact that the drums were kind of just collapsed at their peak. Outside of that, it did feel just forever long. So I would have just used the second half and just made it a 3-minute song rather than a 5-minute song. Normally on these type of tracks, I typically say like, why do you even have a vocal sample? But I think in this case, it actually worked in your favor. Like, it didn't sound out of place. It didn't seem excessive. You didn't overdo it. You kind of just used it right before your buildup, and then you left it alone. You didn't try to like chop it up and mix it in and overdo it too fancy. So I think in this case, I'm cool with how you sampled and everything that you did. Overall, your presentation is dope. Just really not my style of music to really give you any other feedback than what Bird and Nikki gave you, other than as a general listener, the collapsed drums aren't my favorite. They aren't my bread and butter. But outside of that, I think you have a great composition here. So interested to hear more from you in the future. So thank you for sharing. And with that said, we have one final entry in the priority queue. So just a reminder, we are listening to the subscribers and the tippers first. This is the last one we got, unless we get some random ones in here at the last second while this is playing.
I also love how Passive couldn't just compliment him, had to send shots my way. Yeah, Bird's hook is all right or whatever, but this is fucking fire. I agree.
Well, no, let me give Passive some props. I missed his call while your track was playing, but he called me specifically to tell me that your hook was dope.
Oh.
So you take back what you said about Passive.
I mean, I won't.
Take it back.
He still had to give this guy compliments at the expense of everything else that I did.
Well, I mean, we're listening to his track. What do you expect?
Just
it's not the
this
Bird
track
show.
is so good.
It's about the community, Bird. It's not the Bird show.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is I don't know why it has to be about me. It's I love this song, but Bird's track's okay, but this one was good.
I hear you. All right. Last up in the queue, Lil Bro, Passive the Rapper. This is called Dumb Enough.
Yo, passive identity, now till infinity. Look, but leading it, feelings by me, did it, that was half boy. Did it, that was half boy. Yo, passive identity, now till infinity. Look, but leading it, feelings by me, did it, that was half boy.
Dumb enough to know better, dumb enough to try, dumb enough to tell you the story of my life. Dumb enough to want you, dumb enough to need you, dumb enough to say something, dumb enough to leave you. Dumb enough to know better, dumb enough to try, dumb enough to tell you the story of my life. Dumb enough to want you, dumb enough to need you, dumb enough to say something, dumb enough to leave you.
Yo, passive identity, now till infinity. Look, but leading it, feelings by me, did it, that was half boy. Did it, that was half boy. Yo, passive identity, now till infinity. Look, but leading it, feelings by me, did it, that was half boy.
Yo, I gotta give it up. It ain't like the game really needs me. I'm elite with a pen and a pad, and I know that I make it look easy, but I hate when they call me the GOAT. What the fuck are you telling me for? In a way I be feeling it's fake, like in a way you don't really want more. I get it, I hate me too, looking at everything I do, and how I'm quick to forget my last. Cause for me it was never about the cash. Now I think that it's time to regroup. You can bet I got my eye on you. This won't be the last from Passive, but my last is coming real soon. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
You gotta be quitting music.
Right, that was Passive the Rapper, Dumb Enough. Nikki, what did you think of that one?
I liked this a lot, except for it was concerning. It made me sad. I don't want you to quit music or anything. The only thing that I had an issue with is when you have I don't know if he drops the pitch, like the semitones or whatnot. I can't understand what you're saying because it's dropped so low towards the second part of the hook. I can understand the lyrics, which makes me sad because I like lyrics. But yeah, I like that without that.
Bird, what did you think?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm I can't understand what the hell it's saying.
Yeah, I mean, my hook was good, but this was just good overall. So, yeah, no, I fucking love this. This was super smooth. I loved the beat. I think that Passive heard this Gons beat, knew he could do something special with it, and matched the energy exactly, right? This is kind of what I was talking about earlier with Ray, is there's a certain vibe to the instrumentation. There's certain musicality to it. And I think Passive matched this energy very well. Because I've heard him do all sorts of different deliveries, and this worked. I too was I've heard you say you're going to quit rapping, and now you're rapping about quitting rapping. Got to figure out how to make that not a thing, because you're too fucking good to stop doing what you're doing.
All right. Passive. I love you. I like the song. I hate the pitch down part. It's garbage. It sucks. It ruins the song for me. But here's why it ruins the song for me. I don't think it fits because it's in the same BPM. I think if you're going to pitch it down, you pitch it down to whatever BPM it falls at and let it play out. Because then I think that would be, and I don't think it needs to be reversed, actually. I think that is what's throwing confusion on other listeners, is like they don't know what you're saying. Obviously, it's reversed, but I think if you want to just duplicate the hook that you have and pitch it down, just let it pitch down at whatever BPM it falls at. Don't let it retain the BPM. Also, it sounds a little bit loud, but maybe you can maybe that's just EQing and whatnot. But that's the one fault that I find in this track, is that pitch down part. It irks my soul. Everything else about the track, I love. Like I said the last time. Except with different feedback, because you didn't have the garbage pitch down part. Please fix that. Thank you. All right. Anything else? Feel free to let the man quit rap. I want to quit rap next year too. So hopefully me and him can quit rapping together. By golly.
Fucking good riddance. Who cares? I changed my mind. Fuck y'all.
All right. I see how it goes here.
Yeah.
All right.
Opposition disorder.
Anything else for the priority queue? Nope. Well, we're time to move on to the bread and butter of the show, the part that makes us who we are. It's time for us to listen to the poors. That's right. You broke people who haven't tipped us, who haven't given us any subscriptions. You haven't donated any money. Why are you here? What do you serve? What do you want from us? Opinions? We got them. And they suck. Y'all ready?
As you're heating up Little Caesars cardboard pizza boxes to, keep your family warm for one more night, we will listen to your songs and tell you if you have enough fire there to maybe provide slight warmth for your baby that you probably can't afford anyways. Let's get into some music.
All right. So first up in the regular queue, had a couple of skips for some. Oh wait, that's not the regular. Yeah, here it is. Ah, nice little. The heck is that? Welcome back, Kusa X. All it took was a little bit of calling you out and asking why you haven't posted anything for you to post something. So that's great. Glad that you're back in the queue.
Shame works wonders.
There you go. Shame them into sharing their music with you. That's our motto around here.
Yeah.
So first up in the regular queue, we have none other than Kusa X. Recently dropped the project, by the way. So if you haven't, after you listen to this show tonight, go on any streaming platform, search for Kusa X, listen to his album, give that man some props, give him some love. And we're going to listen to this one called Dosage, produced by him.
Not a felon, I don't make those type of records. Through hell and back like Magellan, now I got a fucking network of allies around the axis. Not like you won't attack us. Slay this shit like it's D-Day, revoking your fucking access. You running low on steam and I got you a bad position. So the hunt will now proceed like I shot you dead with precision. Make 100,000s a week, it's my optimal life decision. Take my brothers out the streets, shock the world, that's the mission. Fuck around, you staring down Medusa. Punch the clock, ain't what I'm gonna do if I can't choose ya. Like in 2020 I was talking about the new dream. Now we running, wait from what we fucking knew then. As I'm I'm going deeper in this music, I get more attached, very nice. Some of y'all may see me as nothing but just a parasite. Paradise, that's what I'm looking for in the right mind. Do it for my children and their children for their lifetimes. You think you ready for it? You think you can endure it? I know you can't ignore it. You can't survive the shortage. I'm bringing back the meter. I know you need it. I'll show you how I see it. This shit is way too easy. Cruising through the city lights, that's the fucking dream at night. Something that you'll never get to know. Cruising out with everyone, y'all just gotta let me run. Something that I'm never letting go. Lord knows what I'd do if I couldn't control the pen. I know some of you are certain I'd never do this again. Just because I sound pretentious when talking about my enemies doesn't mean I'm living my life with criminal tendencies. Neo Records back in business, you're holding back our vision. You're bold if you think we owe you, that be my last decision. To give you something I made in my label expedition. You're next to get it, we ain't doing this shit any different. Way of life, mean or nice, either way I'm doing right. Sooner or later we make it through to the haters. Play it cool as ice, you decide if we gonna move or die. Shit goes down as soon as I pull the pen and soon arrive. Dance with us, dance with the fucking devil, and the fans go nuts with this shit. If I even had them, dangerous, you look insane to us. I gotta take the fucking game back, plain as this. You think you ready for it? You think you can endure it? I know you can't ignore it. You can't survive the shortage. I'm bringing back the meaner. I know you need it. I'll show you how I see it. This shit is way too easy. Cruising through the city lights, that's the fucking dream at night. Something that you'll never get to know. Cruising out with everyone, y'all just gotta let me run. Something that I'm never letting go.
All right, that was Kusa X with Dosage. I'm gonna jump out and start on this one. I like this track, and I want to harken back to the first time that Kusa, Imbus, Champy, Aaron all kind of like started tuning in and submitting their music. I was always on the fence about Kusa because he was like hit or miss for me when he first started submitting, and like sometimes I would like the track, sometimes I wouldn't. And I think over the last, I think it's been what, like 10 months or a year or whatever, he's really fallen into a groove where he kind of like is master of his own domain. And when I say that, you know, I kind of harken back to the feedback that we gave Ray and AWOL of like being comfortable with your voice and like really like exercising different things in the middle of the track, trying different things on the hook, trying different things in the middle of the verse. Like, he's really fine-tuned that and fallen into his pocket, and he's really hitting his groove, and it's really dope to see. And I really like the variety that he did on this. Like, everything that I was going to nitpick about the beat, you know, sounding like, you know, when Eminem started making beats, I'll throw it out the water because he did such a great job on this track. So props to you, Kusa. Thank you for returning with some dope music for us to listen to.
Nikki.
Kusa, I love this. I didn't hear normally with you, I feel like Embus is always the plosives and you're always the sibilants, the very high, the S's and such. And I didn't hear a lot of that. So props on the mixing or the recording. That's definitely something that I normally always hear when I listen to your music. I loved your flow in this too. You had a very loose-esque type flow for me. I don't know. It reminded me more of Loose. I mean, you've never really reminded me of Loose before. So I'm not sure about that. But I did like your emotion in it. I was trying to discern if I heard like it sounded like there was a very, very low, like humming background layer that you had as one of the layers. If so, it added a nice little padding to it. It was hardly noticeable, but I definitely heard something for padding. But yeah, your lyrics were good. Your hook was pretty catchy. There wasn't too much tune on you either, and you took care of a lot of your siblings issues. So I definitely fuck with this too, Fuck with this too.
Yeah, I fuck with it 3. I feel like, you know, I hear the Loose Logic comparison. I hear the Eminem type beat for sure. I think that, you know, the singing on this is probably the highlight for me. decent flow, decent lyrics. I think that like one question I would have is how many ops do these kids have? You know what I mean?
Sounds like a lot, man. These kids got a lot of ops out there.
Yeah. Every time I hear a song, they're like, fuck the ops, fuck the haters, y'all are coming after me. I'm like, what are you doing to garner such negative attention?
Well, one thing I might
You're just yourself and people just don't like you.
maybe I'm making assumptions, but I feel like, and this was kind of the nitpicking that we had with Imba and Kusa at first, is like, and that's why I kind of like brought up the whole Ray AWOL thing, is like the way that they enunciate their words. They're very clearly spoken gentlemen. However, they deliver it so well. I feel like people probably make fun of them for like, oh, you're rapping. I feel like that's probably the opposite they're talking about. They're not like me, you know, with Nelly and Range Rover street sweeping, but they've got people who are like, why are you rapping? You know, giving them those side-eyed look type stuff. That's just me. I'm assumption.
Could be. I would just say that in general, I just followed you on Spotify. I'll be checking out, you know, the album. Excited to listen to it. One thing I'd be curious, and one thing I'll be looking for is, you know, is the subject matter going to be pretty similar for all the songs? Because it feels like a lot of the songs I've heard from you guys are kind of along these veins, right? So that would just be one kind of word of caution. I don't know what the other songs are like, but, you know, getting outside of the comfort zone topic-wise might be some feedback we give. We'll see how the other songs go.
For shizzle. Definitely some people in the chat who love it, so hopefully you guys come back. Show us some more of that stuff that you guys cook up over there with your ops gunning you down. All right. Next up is One Hum. Shout out One Hum in the Twitch chat as well. This one is called Don't Fuck Up My Cool. Let's take a listen.
Came in for the bag, honor salute, but give me the loot. The haters are mad, don't know what to do. They're looking confused. Pull off and I laugh, cause I got the juice. Bitch, I ain't come here for you. Count up my bands just like a Jew, and that shit's overdue. I'm done with the nonsense, starting a team and recruiting prospects. Tell them I got this, fumbled the bag, tell them all God bless. Cause I still gotta get to the cash, ho. Now I rock shows at the venues. I used to trap out a van, though. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Don't fuck up my cool. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Don't fuck up my cool. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Ho, don't fuck up my cool. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Ho, don't fuck up my cool. I gotta go, I got a jet. I got a bag, I ain't diving it yet. Look at my past, got a list of regrets. You got a whole team that I don't respect. None of that matters if I get a check. I need me a bag, I don't need me a friend. Looks like I'm starting from scratch again. Fuck it then, what's happening? I'ma pull up and flip me a pack again. Go cop me a whip and a pad again. Go stupid dumb like Billy Madison. Take trips from Milwaukee to Madison. They thought I was out, but I'm back again. There's no counting me out when I'm after it. I'm done blacking out, I can't stand this shit. Alcoholics act like I speak Mandarin. No habla English where the cameras is. You ain't locking me up for those damages. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Don't fuck up my cool. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Don't fuck up my cool. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Ho, don't fuck up my cool. Straight to the bag, came for the food. Ho, don't fuck up my cool. For the bag, honor salute. But give me the loot. The haters look mad, don't know what to do. Looking confused. Pull off and I laugh, cause I got the juice. Bitch, I ain't come here for you. Count up my bands just like a Jew. And that shit's overdue.
Double down on it. Gunshot.
Dice, I know you're waiting to hop in with your, you know, Jewish background. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. certainly relate to getting the bag. As you know, my background of the Jewish community. No,
Cornerstone.
Yeah, I'm the pinnacle of whatever it is that we do over here. I agree with passive. Overall, this is cool, but I feel like it's missing a bit of swagger that would really drive this over the finish line. Like, you're not offbeat. You actually, even like in parts where you kind of like give it space to breathe and you let the echoes do their job, like you did everything well, but the delivery was just missing that finishing touch that would make it, as Passive said, believable. And I feel like a lot of that is just kind of the vocal inflections, and full circle again, it goes back to like, take your favorite song and like rewrap that. Are they using like vocal inflections? Are they extending some of the ending words? Are they like pronouncing things slightly different? Like, I feel like it's missing that. You did everything technically right, but the feeling is missing there. And that's my feedback, is it's missing that feeling that makes me really believe and like dive into what you're saying. It's just technically a good track. And that kind of like leaves it at that. I feel distant from it for that reason.
Yeah, I would echo what Dice says. Like it does feel like the delivery is just lacking a little right? It feels a little bit like you're reading it. So when you're talking about like, some of the stuff you're talking about, you're like, well, if you don't believe it, how can I, right? The only other thing I'll comment on is like, I don't think this is a bad track technically. I think that you did your thing on it. The hook was pretty catchy. I will say that the lyrics felt a little simple, and specifically like the Jewish line was, at best overused, like using a stereotype as a simile isn't really creative or clever. And at worst, some people would probably think it's pretty fucking offensive. Me, like, I'm just impartially saying, probably a bad simile. Like, people are going to look at that and either be offended or just be like, why? Right. And some of the other stuff in there, like, alcoholics are looking at you like you're speaking in Mandarin. What does that mean? Like,
I didn't quite understand that one either, but I was going to leave that to you to dive into.
I mean, not to like nitpick every single line on this, but there was so many times where I'm like, what do you mean by that? You know what I mean? So just putting some thought into, what you're saying, I think, making a couple passes at the lines that you deliver could help on the next go.
Yeah, I agree with everything that everybody said. Not much to disagree with there. If you are even using any type of stereotype, just know that you're cutting out an entire fucking audience too. So you are, that's stereotyping is not okay. You're not only cutting out that audience, but anybody else that might not agree with you on that stereotype. So keep that in mind if you are going to use any type of reference of a stereotype, that you're definitely going to offend some people. I definitely think that you need a little bit more emotion in your delivery. I did hear inflections and such like that. Like, your delivery is not bad. You have a good delivery. I agree with, not sounding like you're backing your words, but I do think it's just your vocal tone, which it's really doesn't, I guess, determine if you are speaking facts or not. But definitely maybe adding a little bit more emotion might help portray and put a little behind what you're saying. But yeah, for my biggest thing is just don't cut out your audience. So anybody that could possibly be an audience or a listener, you don't want to just count them out because you decided to say something that might not be PC.
And hey, shout out for going sober. That's hard to do. Props for,
easy to do.
Wanting to better your body and your health. Me, I'm never going to quit. I'm going to fucking drink till I die. So I can't wait, but I give you support and shout out.
Yeah, definitely have good foundation. I mean, you're a good rapper. You're not a better rapper at all. I definitely
Yeah,
think
one hum, and my input comes from a place of I identify with you because when I first started rapping, I would do things technically right, but I didn't have that either. Like Bird said. So I identify with like everything's technically there, but it's just missing something that like really makes it sound like, oh yeah, this dude really is feeling what he's saying as he's delivering it. So yeah, definitely looking forward to hearing some more from you. So keep coming back. Bring us some more stuff. Bring us some more stuff Friday. We got a show Friday. So all y'all people out there who got feedback today, got another one Friday. Get some more feedback. Might be some different faces, might be the same faces. You never know.
What?
Listen.
And another one.
Another one. All right.
Yeah. Don't believe us? Hear someone else tell you.
Yeah. All right. Next up is our resident from New Zealand. Welcome back to him as well. Glad to see some returning faces today.
Crikey.
Makes me happy. This is Bad Conduct. This one's called Stuck on You.
Lucid dreaming that I got a million tiny pixels to paint this picturesque portrait. Flawless as still my thoughts drift hopeless through the night, and I don't even seem to mind that even when I'm asleep I can't seem to shake you from my dreams. I just seem to be stuck on you, seem to be stuck on you, and there's nothing I wanna do about it. I just wanna be stuck on you. You view the world through kind, limitless love and make me forget where worry comes from, and I don't know why it took so long in this lifetime for us to unite, and I never want another lifetime to fly by without you beside me as we ride the night on its edge. We said we'd love, sing and play, and now I'm wondering if I'm even awake or in a lucid dream state. Either way, I'm stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, I am stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, either way, I am stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, I am stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, either way, I am stuck on you. It's easy to see for that grin I would sit and go to hell if that's where I find you. To watch you groove to a tune, never miss a beat as you step inside my head where I'm stuck on you. Your eyes glue that smile in my mind. You're wild, the kind I never wanna tame. Crazy, deranged, but keep me grounded, feet firm on the clouds. I found that being stuck on you has its own sound, floating on its own truth that escapes you. It's easy to see why all I do is lucid dream about you. Maybe I am stuck on you, stuck on you. But what's the boy to do when captivated in the moment? Your potion I am drunk on. That's why I stumble trying to find the right words for a song about how I lucid dream and hopes you might see me being stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, I am stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, either way, I am stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, I am stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. Lucid dreaming, either way, I am stuck on you.
Right. That was Bad Conduct with Stuck on You. Nikki, what are you stuck on tonight?
you.
What did I do to you?
Sending a picture of my feet. Anyways. So Bad Conducting. I feel like it's been a fucking minute since I reviewed you.
Yeah.
I just like it when it's fresher because then I can actually look at progress. Okay. My cat.
Nikki at night.
Yes, Nikki at night. Sorry guys, my cat unplugged the ring light. Can you see me at all?
Yeah,
Anyways, so I I feel like my biggest thing with the song, 'cause the hook was catchy, the Stuck on You is catchy. That's something that you definitely sing along with, Stuck on You. But I feel like that was almost overused in it because it was throughout some of your lyrics too. It wasn't just in the hook where it almost kind of, where you think that the repeating of things would make people remember it more, but it kind of like, kind of made a push away from me a little bit more than I liked it at the beginning. So definitely be mindful of that. Your lyricism, you definitely have a little bit of growth to do on some of your lyricisms. This was a very simple song, which made it catchy. I'm a lyrics person, so I definitely would have wanted to hear a little bit more. I feel like your vocals are really high over the beat. I would have your vocals mixed a little bit more into the beat. I feel like they were sitting on top of a lot, so it made them a lot more apparent and as almost a separate section of the song instead of just with the song. I feel like with that mixed in a little bit better with the layers that you already have, it would add a little bit more of a cohesive element to the song where everything seems like it kind of fits together and maybe a little bit more depth to soften your vocal with those layers actually mixed in right. But overall, I think that it was catchy. Definitely, watch out for the repetitiveness. But yeah, the hook did get familiar, and that was a good thing for me. It's just I would like to hear something else in the verses too.
D Biddy, what did you think? You're on mute.
Not no mo.
There you go.
This was borderline unlistenable, and I'll tell you why. The fucking reverb. The reverb, bro. What the fuck? The echo chamber of 1,000 Souls, which you recorded in, made it really hard to focus on any individual words that you were saying because it was all just a bunch of bouncing sound vibrations. That being said, I loved the melody. I thought your flow was perfect for this beat. I loved the beat, and it was a catchy, cool song. You need to get this actually mixed because the mix is fucking dog shit and it ruins what could have been a very, very good song. So
did you pay somebody to mix this? Bad conducting? You didn't pay somebody to mix this, did you?
Dice, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you couldn't do better than this and like make this a fucking banger. I think that this song deserves another mix.
Okay.
You need to do justice to
I'm like, if you ever pay somebody for a mix and you don't like it, speak up because it's your song.
That's where I'm at. I loved the song, hated the mix.
I agree with Bird. I think the reverb is excessive, and I also feel like on your hook, and I think this was kind of where we left off the last time we heard from you, is that you don't do any extra layers on it. The hook could use some love and attention and some caressing and some hand holding, add some layers to it. Because I mean, if it's going to be catchy enough that by the end of it, you got 4 or 5 people saying, well, I'm stuck on you is stuck in my damn head, then, boost that part, add some layers to it, pan left and right, do something. But yeah, the reverb is killing the pronunciation in the verses. And here's why that's important. You're from New Zealand, so you have an accent. And I think you said that English is your second language. I don't quite remember. But speaking with an accent and having foreign audiences, if New Zealand isn't your primary audience and you branch out to the UK, markets in Asia, the US, it's hard for us to really discern sometimes, when people have accents. We have the same issue when people from the UK share songs as well. It's like there's MCD UK people, and then there's, mimic UK people. Like there's a difference between that heavy accent. Okay, y'all speak English. So that it's really that what that reverb is doing is it's making it hard to hear what the next word you're saying because it's reverbing the previous word. So it's all kind of like meshing together as you go through it, and you use a lot of words in your verses, so it's hard to discern whatever you're saying. We can make it out, but it's frustrating to listen to. I'm not ignorant. I know they speak English there, but I don't know. I'm not well versed.
Oh, you thought they spoke New Zealand English? Oh, no. Kiwi, dingo ate my baby.
No, they have natives there, and I know that there are other languages out there, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what other languages he may or may not speak. So I'm asking so that I don't
Bro,
be ignorant.
they're just like us, Dice. They're just more curious about when they're getting a gig.
So they're bi-curious.
When are we getting a gig?
All right, Bird. Let me ignore you right now.
Play
But
the
no.
Concords? Huh?
No, I don't. I
Get
don't know
it?
what that is. No, I don't get it. I'm off it.
That's fair. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're
That's
the ones
that's
with the accent. You're right.
that's right, back on. Yeah, you don't have an accent. We have the accent, and we're weird. But our weird accent makes it hard for us to understand you. Is what I'm saying. I can make out what you're saying, but you know, when people talk about the reverb and how it impacts a verse, that's what I mean. Is it's like it makes it even in US songs, like when people slap on a bunch of reverb that's unnecessary, it makes it hard to understand and listen to. So that's generally the feedback, is that take off the reverb. Really, for rap, you shouldn't have more than 15% reverb on a verse anyway. Hook, maybe you can do more, but if it's blended in, but on a rap verse, there's no reason for you to reverb that out like that. It just doesn't make any stylistic sense unless you're like Travis Scott and you're making festival music. And then in that case, you're not using half as many words as you use in your verses. So that's the feedback. Turn off the reverb. You don't need it. And tell whoever's mixing it, please stop putting reverb on your verses. Good. All right.
And Dice said he'll remix this for free to make it listenable for me, and I can put it on my playlist.
Pardon? As Bad Conduct said. Pardon? Question mark.
Perdón me.
All right, next up, Smoovrix. After Smoovrix, Exquisite. After Exquisite, JB Music. After JB Music, Toshio. Here's Whispers. Right, that was Whispers by Smoovrix. I will go first because I have short, simple feedback. Smoovrix, I'm going to give you the opposite feedback that I gave you last time. I love the drums. I hate the little creepy, eerie noise that you have in the background. Is poo-poo, pee-pee, garbage. Get rid of it. It's distracting. Either two things. Either get rid of it completely and the beat will be perfect, or just drop it so low that it's like barely discernible because it sounds a little bit offbeat in places.
It was a bit distracting. It's kind of like saying 9/11 was disappointing. Yeah, it was fucking the worst thing that this beat has ever had. What? Get that shit out of here, man. I liked the beat too. I love the drums. I think it was pretty catchy. At first, I thought it was a werewolf. Then I was like, it kind of sounds like a cat who's like, you know, complaining that the milk bowl's empty. And then it sounded like a fucking dolphin who wanted to be a part of the universe on land.
It sounded like Nikki went to SeaWorld and then she had a dolphin experience and then she got out of there and the dolphin was sad because it didn't get to hump Nikki.
Yeah, this is Nikki with her face pressed up against the glass at SeaWorld trying to talk to her dolphin lover.
And the dolphin's just sitting there crying and wailing like, I'm horny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, get that fucking noise out of there and you'll have a good song.
I do put my face on the glass.
We know.
Yeah.
I agree. It was the Luigi's Mansion haunting for me. But I think that would actually, I really liked the different type of beat that this was. It was very eclectic. I enjoyed it. I would definitely get rid of that and maybe try I don't know, something else, like even like whistling or something would sound cool on this.
No, he doesn't have
I
to be.
I think that with how different this is, I think there would be some cool like alternate type sounds that aren't Luigi's Mansion type vibes. That would be cool. Like even that being deeper. Definitely is like going down the stairs at Luigi's Mansion.
I think what he has as a base is dope enough that he doesn't have to make any wild eccentric sounds to make this even better. Like throw a synth in the background, throw just like a deep bass. I don't know, but the howling needs to go.
Hey nerds, how do you clip stuff?
How do you clip stuff? On Twitch, there's a little slate thing. If you hover over the video, you click that button.
It's clippable.
You want me to clip? Okay, whatever.
Confused.
Sure. All right. Next up, let me mark this as we listened to it. Boom. Heard those. Exquisite. Where you at? Exquisite. How long you been making music? What do you want us to take from this? Because I can't play this. Let me download it and see if I can fix it. Because there's no file type saved on it. Is this an MP3? I'm gonna guess. See what happens. Saving this. Jesus. All right. Down with you. I think I did this right. We'll find out in 2 seconds. Been making music 10 plus on and off. Okay. This is a beat. You're a producer? Cool. Jersey Drill. Let's see if I guessed correctly on this file. I did.
You are now listening to
All right, that was Exquisite with Down With You. Can I go first?
You got it.
I would like to speak to this person. Exquisite. I love the arrangement that you have with this, and I feel like you have dope presentation. My flaw with this one is that I feel like with the drill approach, you limit the potential artist that this would appeal to so much. You narrow it down to like only a specific subset of rappers, and even in that, it's not even a good category of rappers, man. And that's just me speaking personal preference, because I don't really, all drill music typically sounds pretty much the same to me. But if you take out those drill drums and you use this like soulful melody and everything else that you have arrangement wise, you could get R&B singers on this. You could get like a smooth J. Cole introspective type rapper on this. You could branch it out to so many other different audiences. But with the drill type drums on this, I feel like it just narrows that down so much. And I want more from this, because you do such a great job with the arrangement and the composition. Everything's so well put together that I wish it wasn't a drill type beat. And I'm saying that as like, I like how it sounds overall, even as a drill beat. I wish it just wasn't a drill beat. That's my feedback.
I'll hop in. I liked the sounds. I liked everything about this beat. The only thing I would say kind of stood out to me in a critique sort of way was a lot of the sounds and samples that you used felt like I've heard them before. Like they've been in a lot of stuff. I want to say that they're like default sounds in, I don't know, fucking Fruity Loops or something. I've heard those like, hey, in like a ton of things. So all of the guitars, the beats, the drums, all that was great. I don't know that you need the extra layers of, random shouts throughout it. Overall pretty good though.
Yeah, I agree with the shouts. I feel like there was one part about a quarter of way through, your like electric like drum wah sound. I don't know what instrument that is. And then it's like wah. It sounded like it was offbeat. It fell offbeat in this spot about a quarter of the way through. I didn't hear it further throughout the song. It was just at one part, and it might have been something else because it was a very busy beat. You had a lot going on in it. But I definitely turned down some of the samples too, because it would be hard to actually do a song over. Because it is a little bit busy. But other than that, it was a cool little vibe.
Do you like that song by Paul Wall, Busybody?
Maybe. I don't know how to do
There
it.
I'll just go ahead and say no. That song fucking sucks. I've never heard it. Fuck that song.
Song is dope. You probably like it, Bird. I don't know why you're so eager to just dismiss it without even hearing it.
On people.
Just because you like it.
I didn't say I like it.
All right.
Well,
whatever.
Nikki was on the fence, so I felt like I had to pick a side.
I never heard of it, I don't think.
When Bird sees somebody on the fence, he's like, I gotta take the villain approach.
Gotta choose one side or the other, man. And
All right,
tomorrow I can feel it differently. I can feel the exact opposite. I love that song.
Tomorrow you could be playing it while you get ready for work.
That's right.
Busybody. All right, JB Music. We'll let you re-upload your track. While you're doing that, we'll go ahead and skip ahead to Toshio, which looks like they have uploaded something specifically for Nikki.
Oh, Toshi.
Nikki
Who
has
is this?
a admirer somewhere out here. Hopefully it's not pornographic.
Where the fuck is my songs?
Yeah.
Garbage.
I don't know.
Are they in our chat?
I don't know. Toshio. They're new to our Discord.
Well, welcome, Toshio. I hope that you're not calling me like a bee.
This bitch better get off my dick.
That's fire, though. That should be a sample.
All right.
Hey, you beat makers out there. Sample Dice saying that.
Here's for Nikki Joe.
I'm a mom whore, and my products look like Tom Ford. Black leather gloves on they hardcore.
You got these in silver? Yeah. No, like.
I'm a mom whore, and my product look like Tom Ford. Black gloves on, yeah, looking hardcore. Hitman, yeah, I'm rocking with the Dark Lord. If you offer me, baby, then I'm all yours. Sometimes I don't understand what it's all for, but I understand when they see me, then they all soar. That's knocking on my door, that's the front door. Dip out of the back door, hop into the black Porsche. Hop into the black Porsche, she said I should talk more. I can't even talk more, you should shake the scoreboard. My whore, and my product look like Tom Ford. Black gloves on, yeah, looking hardcore.
Yeah, work your size, yeah. Yeah, spend the right, yeah. Brought a backpack in the Fendi store. Yeah.
You know we smell like weed in the bar store, and you know we get free shit Fendi stores. Yeah, brought a backpacking in the Louis store. My girl said she needs some shit too. I hit the Dior. I'm still in the night, yeah, I'm out, yeah. I'm still in the night, yeah, I'm out, yeah. I know you see me win and allow it. This day in life, I'm about it. I'm the founder, I found it. Play the game, yeah, I foul it.
Okay, that was for Nikki. Whoever posted this, if you're in the Twitch chat, let us know. Just wanna talk.
Nikki, your response.
Yeah, Nikki, what's your response to your admirer that wants to take you to buy fancy bags and be their whore?
I'm just a little bit confused.
I don't think he wants to buy the bags. He took a backpack in the store to steal.
Oh.
Even more
I
impressive.
didn't see anything. No, I don't know who you are or why.
Voice doesn't sound familiar.
I
Did you
don't
give somebody like a glowing review that made them so inspired they wanted to write a track about you?
I don't think so.
Somebody you met in the gym? Come on, Nikki, give us some.
Why are you like acting like this person's in my real life?
Because we've never had anybody randomly just come forward.
I'm confused. You guys need to go first. I'm trying to figure this out.
All right,
This isn't for us.
Yeah, this is for us. We'll kill some time. Here's my feedback. I don't know, man. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that great. It just felt a little like cliche. Is my feedback for this song. Is like the things that you were saying. It felt cliche and lackadaisical, however you say it. I wasn't that into it, and for you to title it for a specific person, I would have wanted more of a personal connection to that person, but I felt like this was super generic, so I'm not sure why you title it for Nikki Joe. It could have been titled for D-Bird for Paradise, but I probably wouldn't want to go buy a Prada bag or anything like that, and you know, I might be a whore, but I'm not that type of whore. You know, you can't buy me, all right?
You can buy me. And honestly, like if you would have titled this 4D Bird, yeah, I would have liked it a lot better. But since it wasn't about me, I don't give a shit about it. I do think that this is kind of, you know, modern romance in a nutshell, right? It's like, hey, whore, do you want to go to the Louis store? Because I got a backpack and we can stuff a bunch of bags in it. So, like, I will steal for you. That's fucking love, you know?
That's love. Love, baby.
That's love.
All
Nothing wrong
right.
to steal for you, Nikki.
Prove it. I'm just kidding. Don't feel anything.
Prove it. Allegedly.
All right. Nikki is at a loss for words, so we'll just go on.
I don't know what to say.
Just throw out a little heart thing like you usually do.
I did. I appreciate the love. Like, I was like, did he call me a whore? Oh, but it was just being nice.
Again, modern love, right?
Respectfully.
Like,
And then I'm like, at the end, I'm like, oh, He really likes me.
There you go.
does. There's a real
All right.
connection here. I see it.
It doesn't
We got a
matter
couple-
that he thinks I'm a whore. He likes me.
There you go. Look over those red flags to the promised land.
I always look for red flags. It's my gift.
There you go. All right, couple more in the queue for tonight. So we're winding down. Don't forget, we got a review show Friday, podcast Sunday, anime night Saturday, Tuesday show Tuesday, all the shows, all types of shows. Here's JB Music with Broken. He needs mastering, but wants some feedback on the lyrics. All right, Bird, you're up.
Rehearsing another one, talking about life. Ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm alive. My world of volition has come to collide while giving me others that are not on my side. And sometimes I wish this could all be real, cause some of them come and they seal the deal. Enough of it, I'm not a fool to be messed with. I might as well take it and make it real. By that I mean making a song about life cause we living long. Don't tell me I do not belong, I don't care what you say. There's no point if I'm living wrong, cause then my morality churns, allowing my skin to be burned. I don't like to be broken to bits. When I'm broken I'm no longer heard, and pain's not a choice, you know that's true. When you could go days without making do. Don't question depression I went through. I'm still trying to find answers I like you, but me thinking I'm gonna have to. This world is too cruel to behold, when half of the effort's a has-been in a song that was made for the soul. I'm broken, you know I'm imperfect, cause no one is, I'm just a person. I will not be treated unfairly, I'm resilient, that is for certain. Can force all you want, I'm not moving, cause otherwise I'm gonna lose it. And I don't want you to be clueless, it don't define me, don't act up if you knew this. You can act like you're full of regret, it don't make a whole lot of sense. What you've been proving is you'd rather fake it and waste any time for the effort for no consequence. So with that I guess you've been lazy, my vision is starting to get hazy. I'm not blinded, I know for a fact it's a risk having trust within you for my safety. So with that I'm making a song about life cause we living long. Don't tell me I do not belong, I don't care what you say. There's no point if I'm living wrong, cause then my morality churns, allowing my skin to be burned. I don't like to be broken to bits. When I'm broken I'm no longer heard, and pain's not a choice, you know that's true. When you could go days without making do. Don't question depression I went through. I'm still trying to find answers I like you, but me thinking I'm gonna have to. This world is too cruel to behold, when half of the effort's a has-been in a song that was made for the soul.
Don't tell me there's nothing at the end either. 30 seconds.
A lot of nothing for you to listen to. Nothing. Coming soon to a theater near you. Ooh, piano press.
Interesting choice at the end. It's like cat jumped on the piano. I'll go first here. I think that honestly, the lyrics, I liked it. I didn't have a problem because it felt authentic. It felt like, you know, clearly you're going through something, you know, you're using this art as therapy, which I love, right? I think that the areas that I saw needed improvement was clearly the quality, right? So the mix, you know, that's to be done, so I won't touch on that too much. The cadences and the delivery was the issue I had. I can see why Ray Stan likes it, because this is the same fucking thing he does, which is da 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 da. It's like, you know, you have a certain time to fill in the line, and you're hitting each of these so robotically and unnaturally so that you can hit that timing that you need. It needs to come off more natural, and especially with something so heartfelt. Like, the lyrics are fucking, these are pieces of your soul, man. So you got to fucking emote it. You got to really make people feel each word. You know what I mean? So that's the part that I had trouble with, especially with your cadences, the way you said words unnaturally. AWOL. It's like, don't tell me I do not belong. It's like, who talks like that? You know what I mean? It's like consequence. It's not how you say the word. So just think about that as you're delivering this shit, and it'll come across a lot more impactful. And I would redo this, re-recording it with a more natural, like maybe even practice other shit until you can come back to this more meaningful song and deliver it properly.
So funny, Nikki.
I agree. I think that I know I agree with a lot with D-Bird tonight. We have the same brain. I think that you definitely have skill. You definitely have delivery and such. I think that it could be improved, as D-Bird said. This song reminded me of NF. It reminded me of his song Hope. How it builds the energy as he goes. But he has a lot of emotion in that song, and I think that's what's missing in this one mostly. Being able to deliver that a little bit more. I know there's certain parts that I wanted you to like actually hit on your lyrics. I don't think your lyrics were bad at all. I just think that it's hitting on the lyrics that mean something to you. So then other people can feel them.
Well, I didn't pay attention to the lyrics at all because I was trying to do some other stuff. So I'm sorry about that. That's my bad. I was trying to wrap up the show technically in the background. But I do kind of echo what Bird said about the flow, is that it felt like you found a groove and you never left it, which is fine for some tracks, but variety always helps to keep people engaged and listening and paying attention when they're doing stupid stuff like me and trying to, do technical mumbo jumbo in the background. I would have liked some drums in here somewhere, but I can appreciate stylistically that, it didn't necessarily need choice from your artistic perspective. But I would definitely say, variety in how you deliver things and a little bit more emphasis and passion goes a long way when you're trying to really invoke some personal feelings into a track. With that said, we're on to the last one. Looks like a new person in here, but this new person has posted 2 different songs from 2 different people. So I'm going to pause for like 2 minutes and ask A, who posted this, and B, are either of these tracks yours, and C, which one should we play? While I do that, I will again reiterate Friday show. So the Friday queue is open. If you got feedback on something today and you want different feedback on Friday from different people, drop it in the October 6th queue. Play the first one. Okay, hi on YouTube. Is this you, or is this just a song that you like? Saturday, if you like anime, we watch anime on the Discord. Sunday, we have a podcast where me, Bird, and Nikki will do daddle and diddly wink and talk about beat boops and mumbo jumbo. Is that a fair description?
That's the perfect description.
That's perfect.
Well, you diddly wink, I tiddly donk.
and I wiggly wag both.
You guys are killing my swag. Stop it. All right. Hi.
Oh,
says,
is that what this is? Swag? This is your swag? Okay.
Yeah.
You build your own swag.
I think that me and Deeber need to give you some swag lessons, Dice.
Yeah.
I don't think you
Riz.
do.
I think me and Deeber can pull more than you.
Don't ever say Riz towards me and make that hand gesture ever again.
Riz.
Don't ever do that towards me again. That's offensive. I take
rooting
offense
for you,
to
man.
that. I take
Yeah,
strong
you should.
offense to what you just did. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that
you
after the show.
You gotta dab on them ops,
Damn, Kusa. All right. Hi says first one is him, the other one was his friend. So what I'm gonna do, I'll drop this link in our Friday queue. So if you tune in Friday, we'll give your friend a ring around the rosy, and they'll give that some feedback. We're gonna go ahead and listen to this one right now. Here is Big Psy with Rent Free.
Ballin' and keep ballin'. Callin'
Keep on calling me out. Talking, they gon' talk. No, they ain't gon' stop. Whoa. My name in their mouth. Rent free in their head. I'm chained up, I can't get out. Rent free in their head. My shit chained up, you can't get in. Shout out to my brothers, they my brothers, not no friends. Tryna fuck with us, it depends. We been on the island, can you swim? Still shit we been fighting, that's how we been. That's how we been. Ballin', I keep ballin'. Callin', they keep callin'. Keep on calling me out. Talkin', they gon' talk. No, they ain't gon' stop. Whoa. Keep on calling me out. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm sliding. I'm almost there, yeah, yeah. Started crying. Letting fade, yeah, yeah. We surviving. Cause we don't care, yeah, yeah. Ballin', they keep ballin'. Callin', they keep callin'. Keep on calling me out. Talkin', they gon' talk. No, they ain't gon' stop. Whoa. No, they ain't gon' stop. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, they ain't gon' stop.
All right, that was Big Psy with Rent Free. Does anybody want to go first, or should I go first, or what are we doing here?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Fuck you, Rizless. Just kidding. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I'm old. Here's how I felt about this song. I loved the melodies. I liked the beat. This would have been super cool, but I wasn't fucking with the effects that was put on the voice. I think that when I first heard it, it was strange. And the longer it went on, the more upset I was at how it was coming across, right? Like whatever effect it was, you can't tell me this man is just speaking through a fucking, one of those buzz machines you put through. Yeah, like you can't tell me that's your actual voice. Whatever effects you put on it, I would take off because I really liked the melodies. I liked the delivery and everything else, but the buzz.
This is why you don't smoke cigarettes, kids. Nikki?
I had the same thing written down. Once again, I wrote down, you have a gritty voice, it sounds like, but I'd like to actually hear it raw because whatever effects you have on it, it doesn't seem like it's mixed right, and it mixed your grit right out of there. So it makes your grit out of there where it sounded like you have one of those tubes. So, definitely take whatever that effect is off because you do sound like you have a nice gravel to your voice, and I love me some men with some gravel voices.
What's going on down there?
What? Where?
You say I love me some men with some gravel voices, birds winking at the camera. What's going on?
Oh, I'm just petting my dog. I'm just
petting
anything.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Yeah, after listening to this in its whole, I like it. I like your artistic approach. At first, I was on the fence about it, but I agree. I think the effects take away from the dopeness of this track, and I wish it was mixed differently. I'm not sure if the effects are to compensate for the quality of your microphone, because I did hear it sounded like some hard cutoffs in between your vocals, and then like when there was space in between it sounded like there was definitely some air chopped out of there. I don't know whether that was an intentional thing done in the mix or if it was just like compensating for the quality of your microphone. But I would love to hear this mixed properly and a little bit more natural sounding. I didn't mind the effects on it, but it's definitely like killing the potential that this song could have of being just like a natural, like free flowing, like vibe, sing along with it type stuff. Like I really, really do like the overall sound of it. So people have already offered up me mixing stuff tonight. I would mix this if you want me to, if you have some raw vocals. So throw that out there. I guess.
Yeah, I love volunteering dice for shit. It's like one of my favorite things.
I don't work for you, man. What up, Melancholy? We are at the tail end of the show, but do you have something?
I was gonna say a melancholy song I'd fucking stick around for. I couldn't even name the names of it, but I just remember his name and really liking his songs.
You know, funny you should say that. When he first joined and shared a song, Passive was like, I hate it. This is a horrible first song. Why would you play this for me, you bastard? You so-and-so, you Tom and Jerry looking mofo. And then he played another song and Passive was like, I love it. Why didn't you play this one? For Passive was all over the place getting on this man, and come to find out he's just a dope creative mofo, and we just needed to appreciate his art for what it is.
Passive is a man of extremes and simple taste. You know,
definitely a man of extremes.
There's two goalposts here, and he's on either side of it. It's never right through the middle.
Passive does not play in the middle. If there's a pool and there's a deep end and a shallow end, he's either struggling to stay in the deep end afloat, or he's just standing up in the shallow end, his hands on his hips, like, why am I here? I should be having fun.
I can somehow see that with this stupid little like crocodile hat, just like
Absolutely.
I don't know. We were just roasting Passive to allow you
time.
the opportunity to submit a song to us for review. Or if you're like, I just popped in to see what you guys are talking about, we'll probably just end the stream then.
Yeah, big side, man. Just go into the lounge on the Discord and post a song. I'll listen to it after the show is over. We're gonna get out of here for the review show today. We've been on for 3 hours, but for sure, I want to hear more from you. I'm invested from one track already, so let me hear some more. Send me some vocals. I'll ping you in the lounge. Let's listen to some more after the show, man. We don't got to do it all here, all fancy smancy and stuff. With that said, we're gonna wind down. Nikki Bird, any closing thoughts that you want to give to our audience or your one fan who posted a song, Nikki?
I love you.
Just like that.
Jesus, you just skipped the courtship and the honeymoon, just straight to
No,
love.
everyone. I love everyone. I love you.
Yeah.
Bird?
I would just say fucking talk with emotion, y'all. Ain't y'all ever been passionate about anything? You know, fucking Christmas presents, 1999. You rip open the present and it's like, oh, it's a fucking piece of coal if you're Passive the Rapper. Or it's a fucking Technodrome if you're Ray Stans. You're like, oh shit, this is where Shredder lives. Like, this is the shit that I want to hear in your music. That's all. Oh, and don't rhyme girl with world. Garbage.
You're never gonna let that one go, are you?
No. Girl, world, swirl, hurl. Done. It's done. Put it to bed.
All right, well, we're going to get out of here. Catch us in the Discord. Catch us Friday. We're going to raid the Ghost House. That's another review show. So if you had some feedback on this show that you didn't like and you want another opinion, dope guy out of Colorado runs his own studio called the Ghost House. That's why the stream is called the Ghost House. Get some feedback there. We'll catch you on the flip side. Holler at you later, Wardy.
Bye, y'all. Have a beautiful week. Love you.
Gross.